her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on her tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside. Triggers fast once she's naked, her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. She got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on her tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Cheers, y'all. What's happening? Welcome to Live Wire. I am Stalzy. Nothing really big planned for tonight. Just going to have drinks and some pours. And like there's some... Do you want to do that tonight, Anthony? Okay. We do have something pretty cool planned for tonight. I didn't tell Ed, but I'm going to bring on... somebody y'all know fairly well. You don't fairly know, but you know him fairly well. Anthony, Bourbon Neophyte. Cheers, Anthony.
Now I know what you're talking about, too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got to go upstairs and get him. I left him upstairs, so I have to go up and get him, but we'll do that here in a sec. All right. We'll say hi to some folks real quick.
Say hi.
Yeah, and then we'll talk more about that. Mark Emenecker was the first. I don't think it's worthy of anything, but I'm glad you're here. We got Anthony with a couple. The link is posted, so if anybody wants to join the live, you just click that little and you can join the live right there. We got Adam in the back, not in the back here, but just in chat saying howdy. We got Marty. Hey, Marty. Let's see who else we got. We got Slapshot with some back pain. Sorry, Slapshot. That sucks, buddy. That's terrible. We got William Hall. Cheers, William Hall. What's up, buddy? Cheers. Sierra. Cheers, Sierra. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're not working.
Don't anybody get scared. Needs a little oil, but I have to get my letter opener.
Oh my goodness.
You know.
You know what's really funny is look what I had in my pocket, Anthony.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, wait a minute. Is that illegal to do? Or are you going to get cut off YouTube now because we showed these?
I have no idea. I think knives are okay. I think mine is, so these are Delicas for those of you that don't know. And this has got Crewware steel in it, which is a non-stainless steel. It's kind of a tool steel. So this one will patina as it gets older and older. Let's see. Oh, Christine Vasco. What's up, Christine? How are you? Cheers. Oh, yeah. What do you think of that, Marty? For those of you that want to check out some of the best merch, go to Whiskey Knows. He can put his link in chat. You can go get all sorts of things off of his website, including some creative shirts. And if you like thong underwear.
Oh, God, that was a little much there, Mike.
Yeah, I think Marty sells his own thong underwear.
This is one heck of a pack, let me tell you.
I know. I gotta go get mine. They're sitting up on
Go
my
ahead. I'll cover you.
All right, you cover me. I'll be right back.
Yeah. This is totally impromptu, people. Totally impromptu. But Ed dropped us off a few samples. I kind of misconstrued what Mike was saying when he said, let's drink some whiskey. And I said, sure. Then I realized what he was talking about. So I said, okay. So like I said, Ed dropped us off some samples here of, can you believe it? Wild turkey. And Mike and I had talked earlier, it was on my stream, and I'm like, hey, it's still sealed. It is the key. So, wow. This, holy crap. I just realized the size of the bottles. This is the
Did he send
deal.
you the key?
This is the deal. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have just enough glasses, so I'm good. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I might
Did
have
he
to go.
send you the key? Because I can't find the key.
Ta-da.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're both the same order.
Yeah. Well, we know they're turkey.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
do know
want to know which year is the best.
Well, we won't know, but anyhow, I've got
So
my.
if you want to know, we'll ask somebody else who's done this and is better.
Yeah. So I have to get out my opener because holy smokes.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrapping. That was not going to break up.
What I was telling people earlier, this is what they'll put these in when they get quite a few of them and seal them up to ensure that if the seal goes on here, they stay fresh.
Oh, nice. So, did you explain to them who sent this?
What's that?
Did you explain to them who? Ooh, these are like 2 ounces too, man.
I know. We have enough for tomorrow.
So, ironically, I actually started with a little Wild Turkey 17 Master's Keep.
So,
I forget who sent
there's
that.
4 of them in here. Oh,
It
crap.
might have been Vic that sent me that.
Okay. So they are A, B, C, D, Mike. So we shouldn't screw this up.
Okay. Which one's first?
I don't think it really makes a difference. We can start from right to left, or we can go from left to right. But let me get these things set up here.
Out. All right, I'm gonna say hi to some folks while we
Say hi to some folks.
finish doing this. Okay.
Yeah, we're working here, people.
All right. Mark Vasco, cheers, buddy. We got Proman in the house. Cheers, Nick Proman. What's up, buddy? We are like 3 weeks from Proman and Whiskey Shits and A-Rod and Roxanne coming out to say hi to us out here in Colorado. Which, by the way, just for a quick second, I want to raise my glass to A-Rod Whiskey Mountains. She lost a member of her family in a car accident this last week. And so I know she's been struggling for the last few days. So we're all here for you, Adriana. We love you. And lean on Nick very heavily, and he'll do everything he can to make you happy. So cheers, Adriana. Oh, Ben Demon Hunter, I am drinking a little Master's Keep that I think Vic sent me. Get a few. And then we're going in. So how this went down, all of a sudden I got a text message from, maybe it was Vic. I can't remember who.
Ed.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was saying, I'm sending Ed your, oh no, it was Tommy D sent it, saying, I need your address. He was talking to Ed, and he goes, I need your number. And so Ed Williams, those of you know, the barbecue guy, he's on with Vic quite a bit. He took it upon himself out of nowhere to send Anthony and I a pack because we made comments. We were talking about like, what year is the best? Like, we don't know where Wild Turkey 101 was great. Like, we like the one that we can go get for $24 at the store right now, or $30 at the store right now. But everybody always talks about the paper label, Wild Turkey. And so Ed decided he was going to send us a blind sample of 4 of them that we could taste and see which one we like better. So,
and I was just drinking Rare Breed. Oh, shit. No, I forgot. I finished it. Then I poured a little bit because I was just going to do a toast with you guys for a little bit. And then, anyway, that's what I had in my glass that I just downed.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that's all right.
So,
not like a little 59 ABV ride.
Yeah, to prep you for a 101.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to see what year out of the ones that the gentleman known as Ed sent us. Yeah, if we didn't do it this weekend, I thought we would wait till like Thanksgiving and do it, Anthony.
You know what? Didn't think about that, but when you said you want to do it, like I said, I was thinking you meant let's do it. Drink whiskey is in just what we normally do.
Oh, okay.
Not,
you were thinking
not
that.
this. Yeah. But then you said, then I realized what you were talking about. And went, oh, okay. So totally impromptu, people.
Yeah, completely.
Completely. All right. I've got all 4 bottles unwrapped.
I got them all open and ready to pour. We got everybody yelling for Nick Proman. Marty, get in here. I want to talk to you for a minute.
Oh my gosh. You know what? They're sealed at the top.
Yeah, I know. I just took those off too. But
I
that's
didn't
a
know
good
that
seal.
until right now.
Like, it's better than those saran wrap ones because these ones are like the perforated, like
Holy
somebody
smoke.
tried hard.
It's like professional. And it's us. You know? It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Come on.
Exactly what I'm
Marty.
saying.
Cheers, buddy. Let's see who else we got in here. We had Doug H. I said hi to Doug H.
Yeah, Doug.
Oh, we
You know
got
what was interesting?
James Morgan. Cheers, James.
What was interesting today is it's funny. I was doing some cleaning, getting rid of floor whiskey. So long and short of it is I save boxes that people drop off to me when they swing out here to Vegas and they bring me samples. And one of the boxes I was looking at was one that Paul Viking Bourbon had sent me, and I said, "Huh, I haven't seen Paul in a minute." And sure as enough, who showed up on my stream but Paul?
Oh,
And
yeah.
then earlier in the stream, I made a comment. I said, "Oh, I feel like Whiskey Encore. I'm a mile behind in the chat."
Oh, yeah.
And guess the last like few seconds of the stream when I closed out, I saw, guess who popped in there? Cheech.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Fred Minnick.
Yeah, no, shit. He doesn't even know who I am.
He lurks.
You know, I have, no kidding, I've heard that he does. But like I said, I'm like you, Mike. I mean, you know, both of our subs, I mean, to him, come on.
Yeah. Just looking to see if there's any difference in the color in these.
Holy smokes, this one's pretty well sealed. I might have to get out my letter opener. Oh, there it is. I was like, it's
They all
gotta
look
be
they all
perforated.
look about the same darkness.
Oh, they do, but I'm referring to trying to get this safety seal off. It's child proof or adult proof in our
What's up,
case.
Z-Man?
Look at there. What's
Come
up,
on.
Z?
What's going on, fellas?
Nothing.
What's up, John?
Sunday night,
Cheers, dude.
Yeah.
you know,
I'll
as
have a beer with you.
usual.
I'll have a
People
beer
are
with you
stuck
for,
with Mike and I tonight, so
I'll have a beer with you for about an hour, and then I gotta probably jump.
that's all we're probably going to be. I mean, we only have a couple of samples here. Sorry, Mike. This was turned out to be a bit of a chore.
No worries. No, we're not in a hurry.
Oh yeah.
We got Daniel Barry. Cheers, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights.
Okay.
Doug H says, cheers, Anthony.
Hey, Doug. Oh, and Ben. Then there's Mr. Hall.
And we got Josh Fritz. Cheers.
Mm-hmm. I know Marty was in here too. James, yeah, he's everywhere tonight. Oh, here it is.
So I did a thing this weekend, Anthony, on
You
Friday.
did a thing.
I traded in the truck and the Jeep and bought a new truck.
What? What?
What'd you
The
get?
Jeep?
So I bought a 2024 F-150 Tremor.
Uh-huh. On purpose, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. They it was the first one I'd seen in Fort Collins that had the 402 package. So the 401 is kind of the base package, and
Yep.
402 has like the steel bumper and
Yep.
it has the upgraded interior, so it's all leather, has like cooling seats because I mean
It gets
doesn't
warm
matter.
up there. You want
Yeah.
to keep the jewels cool.
And it also had the heated steering wheel, which I had in the Jeep and was like one of my favorite things of the Jeep in the winter. I would drive the Jeep in the winter, not because it was better in the snow than my truck, but just because the steering wheel wasn't 18 degrees. So yeah, it's called Avalanche Gray or Avalanche Color, but it's like a gray, flat gray, shiny flat gray, if that makes sense at all. But I love it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. 400 horsepower in those engines. It's more horsepower than my old Ford was. And it's got a better exhaust, which is kind of nice. You get a nice little growl to it, even though it's still a V6. But yeah, I'm pretty happy, pretty excited about it.
Well, good for you. But I didn't think you'd be getting rid of the Jeep.
You know, it was that one of those things where I was a little worried about those two together and the reliability. Just the transmission was acting kind of funny in the truck. I didn't want 2 car payments with one driver. That would make no sense. And by trading them both in, what I save in insurance is what the extra cost is on the between the Jeep and the Tremor.
There you go. There
Why?
you go.
Why has insurance gone up so much?
Dude, it's fucking racket. I'm just telling you right now, it's a racket.
Oh my god!
Are
And
we
they've even changed like how they pay out on accidents and stuff like that. Like they swap out the entire car instead of fixing it more often now, and it's pretty
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
hey,
Well, wait.
are we pouring some in the glass or what are we doing?
Mine are poured, waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. That's like I'm trying to be scientific about this, Mike, Okay.
I think I have an advantage, even though there's not really a contest here.
No, there's no contest, people. Where he just thinks that, Ed thinks that Mike and I can pick out the difference.
I'm gonna be like, smells
Tastes like wild turkey.
turkey 101.
Tastes just like wild turkey.
There's a third of Hello Again Whiskey Friends, Kelsey Dime.
Cheers, Kelsey.
Cheers, Kelsey. What's up, dude? Yeah, so I'm pretty happy about that. Although they still haven't come to pick up the other truck yet. It's still sitting.
They haven't. What are they waiting for? Christmas?
I was supposed to give like the sales rep that I bought the Tremor from a ride home, and then something came up where he couldn't do it Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was supposed to come yesterday. He couldn't get a ride, so he's like, "I'm just going to Uber there Monday." I'm like,
Okay. He can Uber all he wants. Hey, I put these fine Top Dog Glen toppers on her. I want to hold the aroma in.
Oh yeah. Hey.
I mean, if we're gonna do this, we might as well like try to look like we know what we're doing, Mike.
I feel like Top Dog has made stuff for everybody but me.
And it's
Let's see
on
now.
my well, it's not
It's like, no, I got something.
just to show people.
Ooh, look at your fancy flight board.
It's well, he made that for me. It's not 4, but for this purpose, it is. It's 3. But where my left thumb is on this side here. Okay, yeah, there's nothing there. I'm just holding it, but so I'm set.
There is one of the most famous wrenches in all of YouTube, not just with.
Yes, she is. It used to be the bourbon wrench, but Amy has far.
She was always better than him.
Mm-hmm.
Bourbon wrench was a wrench just because he did those HBR like
Yes,
marathon giveaways.
but he was the wrench of wrenches. But now Amy has surpassed him.
And he doesn't give away wrenches very easily either, but for the record.
No. And I wouldn't even ask him.
Yeah. To him, like you gotta earn it.
Which is a fine.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, show some dedication to the channel.
Okay, I'm set whenever you are.
All right. The you have I know you're there lurking if we ever need you.
Yeah.
That's what matters. All right, what's the score of the game real quick?
I sure hope Pittsburgh's winning.
It is 7-6 Jets.
But
There were some good games on this afternoon, man. Holy shit.
So all I know is I was texting with Shits and Proman because we text about football like all week long. And I cannot tell who I dislike more, Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
what's the point?
Well, it was Rams Raiders, and then the
Who won?
bar that it was in. Everybody hates the fucking Chiefs now. I was like, really?
Oh, that's why Marty's not jumping on. He's just lurking. He's watching the Dodgers Mets.
Oh yeah, that's right. That game's on right now. Yeah, it came on. It
As
came
long
on
as
an
the
hour ago.
Yankees aren't playing, I'm fine.
I mean, I'm not a Mets fan, but
Dem bums,
a Subway series would be pretty cool.
dem
Yeah.
bums.
And I hate the Dodgers and I hate the Yankees. So it's like I realize I like the underdog more than I like the big market teams. The big market teams just irritate me like in every fucking sport.
My mom was born in Bronx, so my dad was a Red Sox fan, and she was a Yankees fan, and that how they would watch the games on 2 different TVs in that house would light up when that shit was going on, and I turned into a Yankees fan.
Yankees fan, huh?
Sir.
The bandwagon is a fun place to sit, Z-Man.
Hey, I don't ride the bandwagon, man. You know, I don't like the fucking Dodgers because of some of the shit they've done here.
Hey,
in
that's a nice
Arizona.
blend.
Where they jumped in the Diamondbacks pool. I'm like,
Is that your control?
No,
Or
my
is-
control is this one.
Oh,
This
I
is
don't even have one of those poured, but
yeah, it's not really a control. That was
Yeah.
that was like a 80 proof or 89 proof
yeah.
wild turkey. Yeah. All right, so Whiskey Saint is A,
let me grab a beer.
Okay.
and I already like the nose on this one better than the Master's Keep. I'm not gonna lie.
I wasn't impressed with Master's Keep. I've had one. As a matter of fact, purchased for me by Top Dog. Fruity.
Yeah,
I
there's
would give you fruity on
Master's
A.
Keep are so freaking overpriced now. It's not even funny.
I got a little fruity on the nose. Sweet. And this is A. You're on A, right? Not D.
Maybe like a citrus. I kind of have a citrusy fruit.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is A that I'm on.
Oh.
All right, I'm going for it. Mm.
Wow. Definitely a turkey.
Yeah, I get that turkey, kind of nutty turkey funk.
Sweet. Wow.
Mm. It's got a good finish. It's kind of hot for being 101. Of course, I was just drinking 80 whatever proof.
I was drinking 59 ABV just prior to this.
86.8 is what I was. This was the Wild Turkey 17 that I was drinking.
I will say it's nice. I didn't find it viscous. Light, but
I know, right? Burton, come on. I don't know. I think this is pretty damn good.
it is. I don't have a problem with it.
You're right, though. It is kind of watery. I don't know if watery is the right term. It's just
Yeah, but it's light is what I like to use. Light.
dude, it's got a really good finish.
It's nice. It's a nice whiskey. I like A. I do. I like A. Where's my
Yeah, that's
where is my aha?
Burton thinks that you look delish, Z-Man.
Appreciate it, brother. Everything is delish.
So I have
Good.
2 interviews this coming week, which is interesting.
You do?
I do. Hopefully nobody from work watches my YouTube.
What are you interviewing for now? I thought you already got another job.
Nope, not yet. It's taking forever. For this one company, it'll be the 6th interview.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That shit would drive me crazy.
I have a buddy that just called me this week. He's like, "Oh, I just got a new job. I was barely looking." I'm like, "Fuck you, man." He goes, "Yeah, 3 30-minute interviews. I was all done." And I'm like, "God damn it." I'm like, "This is interview number 6 that are all like 45 to 75 minutes." All right, I'm going to compare this one to 2 now. Oh, this one.
Did you move to B? I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm moving to B because I want to compare them all, so I'm not drinking all at one.
Now B has a more pungent nose.
They sure do.
Remember, I'm keeping the Glen cover on.
Are these all 101 proof?
Yeah. Well, unless he's pulling a fast one and has got a master's keep in there.
Oh. They don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely spicier on the nose than the first one. Same nosing profile. It's sweet, but I'm getting a little more spice. Not the same as A.
It is not the same as A. It is. I get the sides of my tongue a little more on this one, but it feels. It's funny because the nose is more pungent or powerful.
Yeah.
But I did not feel like the palate was quite as hot.
I don't.
This seems hotter than A.
Does it? I feel like A was hotter. Other than
Really?
on the sides of my tongue. The sides of my tongue has got me a little more.
Mm-mm.
I think I like A better.
I'm a proofy bitch, but I know this is not above, 101. But
Yeah.
wow,
Oh, Jets just scored 14-6. So I can't tell if I dislike Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson more. I just want Russell Wilson to do bad to prove that it wasn't a Denver problem. But I really dislike Aaron Rodgers as a person. I feel like if I saw him in person, I wouldn't even be in awe. I would like just turn around and walk the other way. That's just me. That's me. I don't know. I'm not a big ayahuasca fan, so I don't know. So you like A better,
So far,
or no, B better?
this has a lot. B to me has a lot more spice. Has a lot more spice.
I feel like A was just a little better, more well-rounded.
How about this? It's a little more refined on A.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
There's some sort of bite in B that makes me like A better.
Hold on, let me turn on the game real quick.
Hey, don't show your butt crack.
Stop.
I mean, unless you really want to. There might be some ladies in chat that would make a donation for that, Z-Man. What's up,
Just
Rob?
take a little sip of water.
Yeah, I think so far A seems like the turkey creamsicle that I like.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
All right. C.
All right, C.
I'm looking up
The
C.
nose. Okay, this one on the nose feels nothing. Like it's not even there. Oh, but
This
good.
feels along the line of A to me on the nose.
Yeah, it's A, but not quite as potent.
Now A had a little more sweetness on the nose and fruit forward. This does not.
Yeah, it's good. Actually, I like the nose on this more once I got in there, got up in that pig.
You stick that snout right in that glass, Mike, and blow bubbles if you have to.
There's definitely, I get like a sweetness in this one, but it's more like a bubble gum type thing.
Mike, I was just going to say more like a bubble gum.
Yeah.
I swear. Oh my gosh. More like a bubble gum.
All right, I'm going for it.
Juicy fruit, kind of.
There is a bubble gum note to this one. 6-1 Dodgers. God dang it. I fucking hate the Dodgers.
They're fucking playing really good, dude.
I do like Betts, though. Amy Bowen was talking about Mookie. I like Betts.
They're playing.
I like it because he's not like a big oaf like freaking A-Rod was, or what's his name? That's in New York right now. What's the giant dude that's in New York right now that just hits home runs?
Judge.
Godzilla.
Judge, yeah, Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's a badass. I think he's like 6'5" and just fucking smacks.
Dude, he's like 6'5", 6'6", a 260 and like all muscle, dude. It's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
This is very different. C. I mean,
Yeah, this one is different than the other ones. I do get that gum flavor, like the cheap gums, not like
not bazooka.
no, not bazooka.
Yeah. Give me a minute here.
That one seems way less turkey profile than the other two do.
It does. I will give you that. I was going to say it's not as distinct as A and B was in the profile.
Like A and B, I probably could have picked out turkey if I was doing it blind. Maybe not, because I'm not good at that. But you know what I mean? Like you take it and you're like, oh, that you drink those first two and you're like, that's fucking turkey for real though. 6'7". He's 6'7".
C was different. And it to me, it seemed lighter.
Yep. Yeah, it didn't, like, the nose was super mild when I first stuck it in there. I was like, I'm like, man, like, is this one of those Masters Keep that were like 80 proof?
Mm-hmm.
It did seem, I don't know, I'm trying to pick my words, but it seemed a little flat as compared to even A and B.
Yeah, I don't think it had quite that same. It doesn't have the finish. This one seemed more low proof than the other two did. Trying to think of what that reminds me of. It's good though. That one, I feel like if you had a bottle of C, you could just sit and crush that in a night.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. There's no
Well,
doubt about it.
Hmm.
I'm
I do. It's kind of growing on me as I drink that one. It kind of is.
well, you know, I was
it's
just
not
going to
as
say.
complex, but it's like, dude, I could just sit here and like guzzle that shit all night long.
Well, as I'm sitting here, as I'm tasting it on the palate again, as it's kind of, I call it coming back.
I hate it when you
Profile now is starting to show. So, in retrospect,
the finish. I do get that little bit of turkey, like just when it's sitting in your mouth. I get that.
exactly turkey-esque.
Not while you're drinking it.
No, exactly. No, that was not like that. No.
You know,
Anyway,
it kind of has that. I'm almost getting a banana note on this.
you're talking about C, right?
Yeah, see, I kind of get like a. It kind of reminds me of like an Old Forester 100. Not nearly as banana forward as those, but
I don't get that. I get a little ethanol like the Old Forester 100, which literally is right behind me. Oh, shit. Wait a minute.
oh, I just planted it in your brain. Now you're gonna.
Yeah,
taste
you did.
banana
You
run.
said banana. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Shit.
All of a sudden, Z-Man looks like a banana. Your wife brings you a banana from the kitchen, doesn't know why. What's up, Ben? I don't know how long you were back there, buddy, but I apologize for making
Hey, Ben.
Oh, he's
Cheers,
muted.
Ben.
He's talking to the wife. Or the kids. One of the two.
Sorry, Mike. As soon as I got on screen, my wife started talking to me.
Well, that's usually what happens.
It's all right. You tell her we all love her and we're glad she's
And I can't. Oh, did you guys hear the good news yet?
No.
No,
She became a
what's the
Canadian
news?
citizen.
Oh, she
What?
did?
Yeah, about a week and a half ago.
Oh, she did.
She
Yeah.
can't make it to America or what?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
was
she's been here at the end of October. It'll be 17 years she's been here. So
Oh.
Right on.
Where
Yeah.
is she from the US?
Philippines.
Oh, Philippines. Wow. It's amazing how it works when you've got the belt to the United States around your southern border to
Oh,
Mhm.
definitely. Congrats, Ben.
but that's
I
super
gotta-
exciting. I've heard it's
pour a
actually
little more. I got to pour a little more of C.
Well,
in
the
my
reason why she got it is our daughter wanted to go down with her cousins down to like LA and then to the Grand Canyon, and she needed to have an adult with her, like a parent, and she
Yeah.
couldn't go. So she was very disappointed she wasn't able to go on the trip with her cousins. So that's what drove my wife to
oh,
finally choose to become a Canadian citizen. So the next time her cousins go down to the States, her mom might go with her and they can go together.
oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I've heard there's quite a process in Canada too.
Well, she
But
had to,
she's
she
been
took
there
the
long
test.
enough.
Yeah.
She's been there long enough that they
We've done several of the steps already through several years. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's exciting, man. I'm glad I have
Well,
San Diego is
congratulations.
like very high population of Filipino.
Yeah, I know. I heard like that hurricane, tsunami that hit the Philippines, the one where Paul Walker was going to go to a fundraiser and he got killed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whatever year that was. I heard that there were Filipino, like American Navy ships that were based from San Diego, and they were either all predominantly, majority of them were all Filipinos, or all the crew were Filipino.
Yeah, it's I've got
I didn't know.
really good friends down there that are
Yeah,
Filipino.
I didn't know the American Navy did that, but I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's really because you get to pick what you do or where you do it.
Yeah, so they were the ones that were at the Philippines to help with the relief effort.
There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I have a buddy that we both have like our youngest are the same age, and when we lived in San Diego, every weekend I'd be like, let's go to a San Diego State football game with the boys, and he'd be like, oh, it's my cousin's birthday this weekend, I can't. I'm like, dude, you've got like 800 cousins. Every weekend is a cousin's birthday weekend. Like, you're never gonna go to the game if you're waiting for your birthday.
Well, that's fun because our oldest, her birthday is in early June, and then her cousin's birthday, she's like 4 or 5 though. She had 10 years difference, but her birthday's the next weekend. So they're quite literally 7 days apart.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's coming up.
In June, yeah.
Oh, in June, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's super exciting, man. I'm glad it's got to be, kind of fun to get that new passport and
Yeah, well, we all have to get ours renewed, but everyone who's Canadian has our passports are expiring in December, so
oh, okay.
yeah, for us to go anywhere, we're gonna have to get new.
One, right? Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's super cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, just
But they would never have me.
why not?
I don't know. I'm
I
not.
thought you've been to Calgary, Mike.
I have. I love Calgary. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. I'm sure it's very different. I love Banff. Like going to Banff was
Oh yeah,
pretty cool.
I just have to pinch myself that we live 3 hours away from Banff.
Yeah, that's just incredible. Was it Lake Louise? Is Lake Louise that's up
Yep.
there? Yeah, that was
Yep.
really pretty too. All right, I'm nosing D now. Shut up, D.
Okay.
So, like you guys said, someone sent you blind samples of different versions of wild turkey, right?
Yep.
101.
Yep. Ed did.
That's awesome.
Okay, this nose. Cheers, Donald Rance. What's up, buddy?
Evening, Donald.
Cheers, Donald.
Favorite nose so far.
I'm gonna. The nose is non-existent for me on this one.
Oh,
I
man.
mean,
Give it a
it's
swirl, a little twirl.
a little ethanol.
Pretend it's the your date at your junior prom.
The ADHD whiskey.
Don't put your
swirl.
wiener in it. That's not what I meant.
Oh, okay.
I meant twirl it like on the dance floor. Get your mind out of the gutter, Z-Man.
Shut up! I didn't say shit, fool.
You
I
didn't
know
have
what
to.
you're
You can see
thinking.
the
I said your
thought
mind.
bubble above your head.
Sorry, Amy Bohm. I was just kidding. That's the second joke I shouldn't have told.
Hmm.
There's a lot of jokes you shouldn't tell.
I'm not saying because they're not funny. You're correct on the not funny ones, but dude, I like the nose on this one. Anthony.
Really? I'm not getting much of a nose.
Oh man.
I just got the bubble gum. I'm getting ethanol.
Mm. Oh, this is a good one, Anthony.
I'm getting sweetness.
This one is like what I picture when I buy a bottle of Wild Turkey.
Buy a bottle of what?
Wild Turkey 101.
Oh,
Like this is what I expect. Like something like this. This is exactly what I expect. Other than this one's a lot milder than like I like this one better than B. Hmm. It comes. This one is definitely more viscous, and it's got a longer, like real finish, not like leftover finish, but like. But you definitely get that turkey funk in it. Oh man, that's good. I think D's my favorite.
hold on.
I have to go back through them though, just to make sure. Is it cold up there, Ben? Oh,
Yeah, it's Probably below 5 degrees Celsius, so getting close to around 32, 35, around 40
Wait a minute,
Fahrenheit.
minus 5 degrees Celsius.
Pardon?
Did you say minus 5 degrees
No,
Celsius?
right
No,
around-
below +5. So going
Oh,
on the way down to 0 or
So if you're
32
at
to
0 Celsius, that's 32 Fahrenheit.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, 32 to 212 makes way more sense than 0 to 100. There, I said it.
Yes, you did.
Didn't make any sense then. Still doesn't make any sense. And you could see just in the legs that D has more legs than the other ones do.
I don't know about that, but okay.
You don't think?
I thought they were fast. Like C.
Yeah, I thought this had way more kick than C. Let me try it.
Oh, sure, 13, 18. See how he is? He's throwing a wrench into the works for us.
That could happen.
That could happen because we are not connoisseurs. We're more of common sores, you know.
I think that brings up a point where you always have to trust, or you always have to be cautious, not necessarily trust the influencers you see on the internet.
I had to pour
I'm not even going to call
a
myself
little
an
more in
influencer.
D.
People.
Yeah, D is.
So you don't like D. I'm sensing you don't like D as much as the other ones, Anthony.
I'm giving it a minute. I'm putting the cap back on. I poured a little more in there. And have a sip of
All right,
water. and
Anthony.
go
If this
back
is the
through.
first time you've ever been wrong.
No. My wife will tell you I'm wrong a lot. Mhm.
Now B is a little better this time.
I gotta make some notes here on D. Let me get another sip here.
Oh. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm writing notes right here. There we go. So I did get a new label maker for when I start sending out samples again. Or sending anything out. 15-6 Jets over the Steelers, and Jets have the ball also.
Yeah, they're farting around each other.
Russell Wilson is 6 of 14.
Well, good for him.
Just makes me feel better knowing we got rid of him and he's killing us from afar for good reason.
All right.
I need
Let's go. I'm gonna go back through. I'm gonna go back through these.
There you go.
Was that an interception or what was that?
Took a sip of water here.
2 minutes. Oh yeah.
That was an interception. Holy
Yep.
fucking shit. Oh my god, Aaron.
Intercepted by B Bishop.
Yeah.
You know what would make me happy is if these two teams tied. Because then neither one gets the win.
If anybody can disappoint me, it's Pittsburgh.
You can't say that as a Pittsburgh fan there, Anthony. Can't say that, man.
I'm going back through them.
I would go backwards this time.
Yeah. But I went the other way just because that's what you would do. And I said, I'm going to go the opposite.
I'm doing C now. Dude, isn't it crazy how shit changes going the other way?
Always. Always.
I do get that, like, it's not like a hardcore Jack Daniels Brown Foreman banana, but I'm getting some sort of little, like, I don't know that I've ever gotten a banana note from a turkey.
taste is subjective, but the more and more I drink, the more and more of the turkey profile I'm picking out of them all.
Mm.
I'm becoming more acclimated. I'm just kind of thinking here with what I've had. I haven't touched C again. I mean, have a little sip of water here.
Dude, I think A is really fucking good. Cheers, Tommy motherfucking D. Right? Broken. That's what I'm saying, Tommy. I've never gotten that before.
Mm.
Tommy motherfucking D. Oh, sorry, Ben, if you're on speaker and your kids can hear me cussing.
No. They're not around.
Oh, good. Okay. You're like, I would not be on here if the kids were around. Come on. I don't need the yellow Yeti anymore. It matched my Jeep before. I have a yellow Yeti mug. I have a Yeti highball that's yellow. I have 2 yellow Yeti coolers.
Can you get the black chair?
Black chair.
Yeah. Can you put it? No.
Where's the black chair?
All right.
What
think I
the
know
fuck are you smuggling out here, bro? What are you smuggling out here, man?
Get a jacket on. You're gonna get sick.
I'm not cold.
It's cold out here.
It's not cold. I like it.
Typical teenager talk.
Yeah.
Ben's like, I am out of here right now. While I
He's gonna handle that.
I cannot be on camera when I'm hitting my child. Yeah, Tommy D. But the good news is, Tommy, that when, like, because Adriana's going to be bummed because her and I were Jeep buddies. But I told her when we're leaving the CSU Wyoming game next month and I turn the seat heaters on in the back seat, she'll be happy on the way home from the game. Ben, did you give her a, or was it a he?
Not yet.
Mm.
Yep,
You've had a couple of 15-year-olds, haven't you?
I have. I've been through that 4 times. Just so you know. It's,
Oh yeah.
He didn't learn after the first 2. He had to figure it out after 2 more.
I'll tell you, everybody is like, oh, I hope I get that girl. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, up until they're about 13, daughters are the freaking bomb diggity.
Well, mine's great.
Yeah, they like, I mean, they're always great, but like, that's when they're like, oh, I love dad. They want to, oh.
Hey, you can't do
you love
that.
your dad? Do you love your dad?
What?
They're asking you questions.
Of course. What do you mean?
Okay, good. But then, like, once they turn like 13,
Yeah.
that
Don't Mike, I'm the tits.
yeah,
What
and then
the signal? The door is open. Are you okay, buddy? Can you
he's like, they can hear you, and I know they can hear you, so it's all good. Yeah, Ben
Wow,
was
this
under
is-
fire.
I'm constantly under fire.
It's
All
because
of these,
gasoline.
Yeah, my
All of
oldest
these-
daughter is one of those things where you don't know whether you should be proud or scared or both. Great
Yeah.
kid.
That's right. Yeah, it's like the worst part is when they are really smart.
Well, she's got my sense of humor, so this is
Oh,
great.
God help us all.
Right.
Help us all, Ben.
Real.
Anyway,
Yeah, the smarter they are, the harder it is to work with them. Just so you know. My daughter, when she was like 16, 17 years old, I'm like yelling at her, like, I can't believe you, Taylor. And she's like making these little teenager comments at me. And then she goes, I'm not yelling. I'm not sure why you're raising your voice. I'm like, I'm just not allowed to hit. Yeah, they all taste like turkey. I will say C came around when I came back the other direction, Anthony.
Even the nosing.
You can't make
Hard to pick one that I like the best. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely not B. I do feel like B has like the most wild turkey funk though.
See, I didn't get that, but I thought it was spicier and viscous, and it had a very strong nose.
And
But
just
not
doing the
necessarily
nose on
because-
A, like you were saying, it was sweet and fruity. Doing the nose on A now, I get like all sweet and fruity on the nose. But you've been drinking for an hour before me from your stream.
Was that a bad thing?
No, that means your
Oh.
palate was kind of breaking in already. Yeah.
Oh. But I was drinking rye.
Hey, look who's in chat.
Oh my gosh, the Whiskey Saint.
If you haven't gotten the Whiskey Saint Glen yet,
I haven't. I
then
don't know why.
you're probably not shopping on the right websites.
real.
What can I say?
I don't know if they're for sale yet or not. Hey, Darrell, this one, it is only drinking wild turkey out of it, so it'll never break. That other one, I broke the first one. This is my second one that Darrell gave me. I had to win them both for the record.
You know,
I was drying the other one with a rag, and I pushed the rag in a little bit too
too deep.
deep.
Good say. You never had that problem
First
before.
time ever. First time ever. And it broke outwards instead of inwards. I was
Shoved it in the heart. Pull too hard, huh?
Whoa. Pause there, buddy.
I just had one. I won Glencairn from Woodinville with Mark Northwest Bourbon. It just broke last week. I was like, oh, dang it.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah.
That was a special muled across the border.
Okay.
I'm on C here, Mike.
I'll tell you, C even kind of opened up a little bit. I still
think
get that.
C so far is the weakest.
Yeah, I still get that. Yeah, it feels a little watered down. It tastes a little watered down.
And I know technically they should be all 101.
Yeah.
But C to me seems the weakest.
Yeah, it does not seem as high proof.
No. Which, like I said, is a farce if he's not pulling a fast one on us. So, and I'm not saying Ed would.
Dude, I really dig D. I think D is my favorite, then A, then I don't know, between C and B. Do you have are you coming up with a rank in your mind yet, Anthony?
It's A
Oof.
for me is number one.
Yeah, A does seem like between A and D, I feel like they're the most complex out of the four.
A has got to be number one for me right now. But now I'm noticing that the more I move left and right and sample, it's,
The drunker you get.
well, a
I'm
little bit,
proud
yes.
of you.
But the profiles are getting harder to tell apart. Now, C for me seems to be the weakest. D, I don't know, just wasn't as flavorful as A, particularly on the nose. That fruit and that sweet, but it was light, but the finish was good. I didn't think it was as viscous as B. And so I would go A, B, D as in dog, C if I was picking right now. I'm going to make a note of that.
All right, I got to pick between B and C.
And I'm still kind of on the fence, but I got to clear my palate here.
Ugh.
All right, B. What is your favorite daily drinker, Ben?
For bourbons,
Andy
Buffalo
Williams,
Trace.
Bottled and Bond.
That's why
was it,
you
Ben?
and Z-Man are sitting next to each other.
Or Elijah Craig, small batch. Small batch. Pretty good.
What
I
did you
really
say?
like
The first one.
Show it, Z-Man.
Ringing.
Buffalo
Your
Trace.
phone is ringing.
Z-Man, that's like $20 more than Buffalo Trace.
No, it's not.
Never had a bottle.
Skibbity
You didn't get that for $30.
No, I got it for $50.
See, you could have bought Buffalo Trace cheaper.
Well, I was in the store and I ran into Buffalo Trace tonight, so
Oh, okay.
I'd rather have the Eagle Rare. It's higher proof.
no, it's not.
Guys, post for me.
No, I really like 1792 Woodford Reserve. I did have a bottle of Knob Creek 9, which I really liked.
Yeah, I do like Knob Creek 9. I could live off a Knob Creek 9 if I had to.
Yeah.
Well,
So could
It was-
Adriana.
I just paired Reese's with Wild Turkey 101 a couple days ago. It was fine, but it was so much better with the Knob Creek.
I do think there are some similarities between Knob Creek and Wild Turkey 101.
Mm,
I would say the flavor profiles can be very similar. I get kind of a nutty note on Wild Turkey sometimes. All right, let's do the. Okay, I gotta pick between C and B. So I have my full ranking. Yeah.
ugh. Oh,
C and D is tough.
Okay, so my final ranking is D, A, B, C.
D, A, B, C.
Yep.
Really?
So you and I both had the same last place.
C. C. No pun intended.
Yep.
C. Okay.
Just keep
Here we
agreeing
go.
with it, then, Anthony.
Here we go. We're going to see what this is. Let me get my letter opener out. That's what I have it for.
I'll get mine too. You need to get one of these, Ben.
Yep.
I love my
Christmas
delicacy.
gift.
You got to have a letter opener, everybody. They work wonderful.
That's another one, Daniel.
Cheers, Mark.
Those
Emmenecker.
are a pocket knife.
Oh, we got Joe the
Me in
Samurai.
Canada, US.
Oh, J.W. Dant, bottled and bond. J.W. Dant? I don't know what that is. It's bottled in bond, so it has to be good. Did he mess with us?
no.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
A. Sample A. Wild Turkey 101 2022.
Wow. I think I have one of those.
Okay.
Is
And
that the
A
old
was my
labeling?
first pick.
No, that's the new. It's still the new label. Yeah.
So B like boy, Wild Turkey 101 2015.
Wow, that's way back in the day.
Sample C, which was my last pick, was Wild Turkey 101 2007.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
I'm laughing my butt off here.
You're an idiot, Anthony.
Well, Mike, you weren't far off because
Oh, wait, that was my
the last one.
That was my least favorite too. For the record, like that was, I was in my 20s, not 30s. Okay, shut up.
I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
Sample D is Wild Turkey 101 2018, and that was my third pick.
So your favorite was the shitty one.
Well, in your opinion.
So
and D, like dog, was your favorite. That's one you put first.
and that was the third youngest.
That was 2018.
Or that was the second youngest. Yeah, second youngest.
A, you picked as your second favorite, which was 2022. So it was, you just had to flip a coin there. I know you did.
Somebody time him out. Just kidding. Don't really time him out.
And B was your third pick, was the 2015. But C was all of our last picks.
And that's the oldest.
That's the oldest.
That's kind of crazy. So that's why I like these blinds, right? Because I think like when you pick whiskey as like your favorite or like bottle you're looking for or whatever, I feel like the nostalgia of that particular bottle plays, right? So if it's a Pappy, right? Like it may not be your favorite whiskey, but you're willing to overpay for a Pappy, right? Because of not what's in the bottle, but because of the bottle as a whole. What's in the bottle, the rarity, and so I do think, Anthony, and this was a theory I proposed to people a year ago, that we tend to say like, and I'm not at all comparing this to a pirate bottle versus a non-pirate bottle, but everybody is always like, oh, the pirate bottles were the best. Now, maybe right? I mean, I realize that's not Turkey. That's Elijah Craig. I'm just saying, like, I think that sometimes we add nostalgia to whatever we're drinking, and that makes it better in our brain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like the old, like, I always loved it when you say, that's not original. That's not like authentic Mexican food. Right? Or like my kids would be like, that's not authentic Colombian food. And I was like, dude, in Colombia, they eat the lips and assholes. I'm like, I can't get you to eat dark meat chicken. So don't tell me like everything has to be authentic for it to be good. Like, what they made 100 years ago, they didn't have methods that they use now, right? So just because that's old school doesn't mean it's best school. Does that make sense?
Words of Wisdom.
Yep.
By Mike Stahl.
Dude, I should write a fucking book.
You should.
Oh,
This is C.
Dude, I'm glad I left some C because now it's my favorite.
I'm out, fellas. Cheers.
Are you leaving, Z-Man? You got to work?
Yeah.
Hey, be safe, buddy. Be safe.
Appreciate you.
Z-Man.
Yeah, this is a surprise, but you like what you like, people. Taste is totally subjective. So, are older turkeys better than newer turkeys? Who are Mike and I?
No, I think it's batch specific, right? Like
I think it is. But right now, after what I've had, and I picked 2022 as my top,
favorite.
and C, which was the oldest, came in last for me because I felt it was the most lackluster. I'm choosing my words, but the profile, the more I had, was consistent. But I just think because the palate was used to it. And so you're picking out that turkey more and more and more. The more you sipped it, you were picking out that turkey. So
Yeah.
But now I'm on B, and B was my second choice, and B was Mike's third choice.
So
What-
all I'm hearing is you like the newer batches of turkey. But I will also say, like, maybe 2017 would have been your favorite just because it's slightly different.
And then, of course, what 1318 Shelby said is I probably need to finish this off with a peated scotch to kill the flavor. But
Yeah, he's not wrong. Hey, what's your thoughts on Crewware, Burton?
on who?
Crewware steel.
It looks pretty neat.
Yeah, it is. So Crewware is supposed to be like one of the like special steels. Although it does, if you don't keep it clean, you'll get rust on it and patina.
What? Cheap ass shit.
Yeah, it's a high carbide, but low carbon or whatever it's called.
Made in China?
No, it's a Delica. They're all made in Seki City, Japan.
And who?
In Japan,
Well,
every
close.
Delica is made in Japan.
Close.
Yeah.
They're not far away.
Yours is probably, I don't know. It should say on it what it is. You have the steel handle. Could be nitro. Could be.
This letter opener is made in Japan.
And what does it say on the other side of the blade?
You want me to read it now?
Yeah,
8 drinks in?
well, it tells you what the steel is.
Oh. VG10.
Oh yeah. So it's kind of their stand. That was what all of them were until they started doing other steels. That's a cutlery specific steel. You get Japanese kitchen knives made out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What does
VG10
it say?
Razor
Sketch City? Sketch City?
Seki.
Well, it says SEKCITY.
KI. SEKI.
Oh, yeah, there's an I there. I see it. I'm old, Mike. I'm older than you.
It's fine. Might be time to get new glasses.
It is. It is.
Mhm.
Or drink less. One of the
Dude,
two.
C is so good. Just kidding. That was my joke. That was my joke.
I knew you were joking.
Adam, are you driving or are you sitting in your bar? Because if you're sitting in your bar and you're not
Adam's
watching
home with his
football, I'd
feet
be
up.
surprised.
Adam's home with his feet up.
Oh, is he? That's good living, dude.
I don't know that. I'm just making it up because.
Oh, so the other thing we did is we went a couple weeks ago. Frankie and I went up to Rocky Mountain National Park. So for those of you who don't know, my wife is disabled. She has had 5 knee replacement surgeries. Don't worry, same 2 knees. It's not like she has 5 knees. She's had 5 knee replacement surgeries on her over the course of the last 12 or 13 years on her knees. She's rheumatoid arthritis. She's had bad luck with them. 1, she broke. 2 were just bad, or she broke. I don't know how it worked. But anyway. And then 14 years ago, she had a stroke, and she's now, disably blind, or she gets disability. Her left eye, she's completely blind, and she has limited peripheral vision in her right eye. She can't drive or anything like that. For the record, she knew what she was getting into before all that happened. So
she knew what it was like marrying you. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
it's like if she started seeing tomorrow better, it wouldn't be a surprise what she's looking at, right? Like she would know. Anyway, so it was very cute because we went up and she wants to do the Edgy Outdoors channel that we had. So I had a channel called Edgy Outdoors. It was all knives. I got up to about 1,000 subscribers, and then I changed my phone number, not knowing what the ramifications of that would be. Went to go get access to that channel, and I could no longer access it because I didn't have my phone anymore. Thank you, Google. So that channel went away. So we started a new Edgy Outdoors and have not posted anything, although 14 of you all in WhiskeyTube went and subscribed one night, which was really nice. So anyway, you've been up for 23 hours, Adam? you need to jump on here and have a nightcap before you go to sleep for 23 hours, buddy.
He's already sleeping. He's sleep texting.
Oh, probably is. Yeah. Maybe that's Roxy. Cheers, Roxy. Roxy I like Roxanne. I don't hope she doesn't get upset that I call her Roxy. I love Roxanne. She's super nice. Anyway, so we went up to Rocky Mountain National Park. So disability access. And what surprised me about this video was the things that she noticed as she was walking around so we went around, it's called Sprague Lake up in Rocky Mountain National Park. And nearby is even disabled camping, right? So like, if you're disabled, within reason, you can actually go reserve a spot to go do camping in the park that other non-disabled people can't do, but it's accessible. And so she's walking around and she's talking about like, how a trail goes. Yeah. Blades and bourbon. Thanks, Burton. So when go hit the like and make a comment, you'll make Frankie's day. Frankie is a freaking force of nature, but she's one of the most sensitive people I know. And so in a good way, like positive reinforcement goes forever to her, but she's walking around. It's the corniest thing you've ever seen. The way she's like, come on, campers. Thanks, Burton. I appreciate you, bud. And she's like, come on, let's go look. And so she, watching it, what struck me in this video as I'm editing it is how she notices like going from dirt to like a wooden bridge to go over a part of the lake that you have to cross that, you wouldn't be level otherwise. Just noticing the lack of slight differences, right? Like you and I have two eyes. We can see it perfectly. We've got good knees. So if it's a little off, it doesn't hurt. For her, like she notices everything that she can see. And so just to watch her walk around the lake and be like, look, it's flat. Like you don't have to worry about this. Makes me understand a little bit of what she goes through every day when she's just walking around. You know what I mean? With bad eyesight, with bad knees, anyway, needless to say, I put up a video that she had recorded and it meant a lot to her because it was disabled access in Rocky Mountain National Park and kind of how you can, she wants to inspire people who are disabled because she was stuck in for 10 years after she, had her stroke and, overdose and all that. She was definitely, she overdosed on Tylenol in Vicodin after a surgery. And so it put her in the coma and then she had the stroke in the coma. But it spun her into a depression that was really crazy. It was a super, super bad time for her. She gained like 125 pounds or 130 pounds while she was doing it. She would barely leave her bedroom. And so now she wants to inspire people to just go get outside, that this disability doesn't mean, death, and you can go do things. So
That's great, Mike.
yeah. And it tickles me to see her that excited. Like for me, I was like, dude, it's a knife channel. You know what I mean? Like that's what Edgy Outdoors was supposed to be. And she's like, I want to go do more things. I want to go see other places. And she goes, I want to do knife videos. And I was like, damn, where's this girl coming from all of a sudden? Then she let me buy a Tremor because of it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's great to hear, Mike, that she wants to get it out there for other people in the same situation or slightly different. There is places open to people that need that kind of encouragement.
Yeah, and I think like sometimes we forget to think of the things we overcame because we think we're like the only ones that feel that way. You know what I mean? Like you're the only one that could possibly be going through this. And I told her, I was like, there's a lot of people that, thank you, David. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that like to know like, oh, maybe I'm in that spot, right? And just seeing it, even though there's like no subscribers on there and not many people are looking at it, but you never know what it could mean for somebody that might, if it's just one person, right? One person, she can make a difference. And
well, I think it's great to highlight different, very scenic places that have that kind of access and options.
Yeah, and that you can, like in the video, we actually interviewed a guy that was on that trail in a wheelchair.
Awesome.
Yeah,
There
like
you go.
you know, his son was pushing him around. He was super happy to be there, and Frankie like walked up to him. Can I record you and just ask you a couple questions? And she was all in on it. She was super excited. So
Awesome.
it was fun.
Yeah, last
Well, good
month
for her.
and about a month ago, we were at a place called Bow Lake. It's kind of in between Lake Louise and Jasper.
Hmm.
It's kind of like the highest point for a highway in the Rocky Mountains up here. And they have a place where you can drive closer to the lake, and there's no parking up there. It's only for like handicapped parking and buses. So
Right.
everybody else has to park a little bit further away and a little bit down the mountain a bit. It only took about 10 minutes to get to the viewing point for the lake, but I guess the other people had an easier way of getting there. So they did have some handicapped accessibility to go see the lake, which is great. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it's super cool where they can be part of it, right? I guess that's
Yeah.
You don't want to take away from, like, you have to realize there are some things that are just not going to be accessible. Like some things you can't
Yep.
do. But it's great when, you know, a bunch of people get together and be like, dude, we want everybody to be able to enjoy something here, right? And so having, you know, her thing is like, get out of the car, right? Because she spent 12 years, 10 years, whatever it was, you know, in the car. Like we would go somewhere and I would go hike up and go see what was up there, and she would sit in the car and wait. And we still do have the agreement that I don't get mad if she doesn't come, as long as she doesn't get mad if I go anyway.
Right.
Right. And, you know, so I don't get mad if she doesn't try to overcome it, but she can't get mad if she decides not to. And because I'm not a sit at, you know, I want to adventure. I'm not like, you know, cliff diving, but I want to go do and see things and just be home. And I'm sorry that sometimes you do, but don't be mad if I don't feel like it and I go somewhere.
I think I get the impression up here in Alberta that whether it's a federal national park or a provincial park, specifically around the mountains or just around all of Alberta, that they're really putting more of a focus on handicap access for everybody,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah. And, you know, she's in a situation where she wasn't disabled and then all of a sudden she was.
Yeah.
And so like, that's what, you know, when I found out I was diabetic, right, there's this depression, like, why do I have to look at the freaking food labels? You know, why is this happening to me? Like, oh, woe is me, instead of, if I was just eating a little bit better every day before this, it may not have happened this early, because I've been diabetic for 20 years.
Oh,
And I realize I'm overweight, but I certainly know a lot of people that are way more overweight than me that aren't diabetic yet.
so this might just be a general question or kind of basic. So whiskey really doesn't affect you that much?
No, whiskey is
No?
one of the better alcohols. Beer does way more.
Right. Yeah.
Vodka does way more.
Well, my wife is gluten free, or has to be. She can't have like grain, so bread or like cheese, milk.
Yeah.
But yeah, like beer hurts her pretty bad, so we don't really have that very often. But I'm just trying to encourage her maybe from time to time to try some whiskeys, but we'll see about that.
Yeah, maybe not a weeder. Although I don't think, like, I feel like that's the flavor. I don't know that the ingredient.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that it doesn't matter if it's distilled,
Yeah.
like a spirit, so vodka, gin, or beer, whiskey. It should be okay for people that have the celiac disease, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because I feel like it's just flavored water almost. I mean, with alcohol in it. You know what I mean? Like it's all the same alcohol. The water is what has the flavor.
Oh.
I don't know though. I'm not a scientist, so I can't say.
No, me either.
But yeah, thank you everybody for being supportive. You know, she means a lot to me. I want her to feel good about it. It gives her something to plan, and she's coming up with all these ideas. It's super cute, like way more ideas than Adam and I could ever come up with for Livewire.
Well, that's all that counts.
Well, and like the real challenge is she comes up with the ideas. I got to figure out how to make it happen still. So it's that's the hard
Yeah.
part.
Would you guys say you find Russell's Reserve to be a little bit more sweeter than Wild Turkey?
I don't know. Let's check.
Don't
Because I
get me
find
wrong. I'm not
Sorry?
checking. I've had enough. I've had enough.
Were you drinking before this, Anthony?
All of those 2-ounce samples, Anthony?
Well, I've had more than those 2-ounce samples, but
Yeah, you've been going for hours. I started. With
anyway, I'm gonna
So,
pop
Anthony,
off.
you were on your own channel before this, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I started streaming at 4:30 my time.
And
Yeah,
now-
and we were having supper at our cousin's house. So
Well, good for you. Eating is
Yeah.
always perfect.
I told them I grew up my entire childhood where we usually have supper together as a family every night, whenever we could, or specifically Sunday supper was very important, and we have a tendency to go over to their house, well, maybe once a month, and have supper at their place, usually on a Sunday, or just a birthday or a holiday, whenever. But
Yep.
it really means a lot to
Gotta
me
do.
that my children are being kind of raised the same way.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love the like things that you see in common with you as a kid when you see your kids, kind of experience those things.
Well,
That's-
family supper was very important, specifically Sunday. So
Oh yeah, especially in my Italian family, without a
All
doubt.
right, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we got to do this here.
But anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna pop off.
Anthony, drink
1:30 is
water.
gonna come quick.
good night, Anthony.
Anyway,
Like I will have.
thanks, Mike.
Take care.
Appreciate you all. David Base, cheers, man. Appreciate everybody. I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good night, everybody.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
Cheers, Anthony.
All right. Should
Like, I'll
Adam,
have to be honest, Mike. I think out of all the distilleries I've tried, Wild Turkey might be kind of on the lower side of that, but I'm not complaining at all. It seems like I like the more sweeter ones, like Heaven Hill
Barton?
and Buffalo Trace. And I really like that nut profile of Jim Beam. But yeah,
I don't know. I do dig turkey. Turkey is good.
I like it now.
Oh,
Back in 2019, 2020, though, I was a struggle for about 2 or 3 years.
dude, I will say Russell's picks are better than Wild Turkey 101.
hmm
I mean, it makes sense. They're more expensive. They're higher proof. Probably older.
Well, like I was telling Richie in the comments, up here in Alberta, we have an excellent, like you couldn't ask for a better bourbon palate gentleman who picks store picks for the Wine and Beyond up here. Just excellent, like bangers.
Oh, yeah. Well, Adam, it's official. We have to do it, dude. We're at 100%. Drunken Reviews need to return.
I wish I could see the chat. Oh well.
You can't see the chat?
No,
Oh, are you on
I'm
your phone?
on.
Oh, you're on your phone vertical, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
StreamYard or whatever.
I think if you turn it horizontal, you might be able to see it.
Huh. I think it's a different platform, isn't it? Than
I
YouTube.
can't remember. I know there was a way. Maybe there's
That's
a
why I like to use the laptop, because then I can see the chat
yeah.
if you're on the laptop.
I'll be honest though, man. Phones, I think they have better cameras than laptops now.
Hmm.
The camera always seems way better.
You know, like this Russell's Reserve is a Ryan Ingen pick, and it's very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig Russell's. I think Russell's. So, like, I had already bought 3 bottles last weekend. Was it last weekend? I'd bought 3 bottles, and I went somewhere, and I always have this rule: like, if I see a Russell's pick, yes, I want it.
Hmm.
And so I had to. Ended up spending like $400 on whiskey last weekend, or maybe it was the weekend before. Russell's picks are so good. God, I love those things. Oh, James Morgan wants everybody to know. Yes, he also agrees we need to do the drunken reviews. I was going to start editing this video last week that I posted today, and it's still in like the project view of the video editing software. Was one of the drunken reviews. Like we'd already posted and stuff, and I was like, God, those. It's kind of funny when I'm drunk. I'm just saying.
Mm.
Adam, in like 30 minutes, if you want to do a drunken review, we'll do one. You got to be ready. You being tired and drunk, that would be the best. Would be the best. So you like Buffalo Trace, like the actual just Buffalo Trace?
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace.
Yeah. Well, like I've said probably several times, I got into it in May of 2019. In June, my brother gave me the Dalmore 12, which, as a very new beginner, I really enjoyed that. It was really flavorful and good. And then in July, I bought my first bottle, which was Buffalo Trace. So that's the one I've had the most of. But then I realized, hey, I want to try and expand more and try other bottles. So I kind of stopped buying Buffalo Trace for about a year and a half and was getting other things.
Yeah.
So specifically with bourbon, of course. But yeah, I like everything.
Yeah, so it's funny, I go through cycles, and I think a lot of times it's what you start to see out there that are kind of popular. I had like a Barton phase for a while when like Calumet and Calumet 14, 15, and 16 came out, and then like the Lucky Sevens came out. I was like, God, I really love Barton. Before that, it was all of the Jack Daniel's single barrel proofs.
Yeah, we just had one of those coming up.
I saw you in chat, Bourbon Baller. Sorry I don't know if I said hi or not, but I saw you there. I was gonna say it, but somebody was talking. It's just like I go through these evolutions, like Elijah Craig barrel proofs. Like I've got like 40 Elijah Craig barrel proof bottles.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
Several backups, I take it.
No. Like that's just like picks and the batches. And I don't like, it used to be like I would just see the batch and I'd be like, I'll just go get it. But now it's like I don't have anywhere to put them, so I don't just keep buying things for the sake of buying. Where I'm out of room, like this over here is getting full on my countertop. Here's getting full. I'm starting to fill cupboards upstairs again.
Yeah, and I'm somewhere between 40 and 50 bottles in total.
Oh, dude, I'm at like, I'm not like most of the whiskey tubers, right? Like Bourbon has like, he's got to have 1,200 bottles or more, I would imagine. 2,000. I don't even know. I'm probably in that 300 open bottle range. And I stopped buying like spares. I'm like, I don't buy backups anymore usually. The only ones I'll buy backups on, I just bought a new Old Forester 100 pick. But like I even offered it up to a friend. I was like, I've got this. If you want it, you can, pay for it and it's yours. Because I feel like those are the ones that I like to drink on a regular basis.
Since you brought it up, can you tell me a little bit more about Old Forester? Because I've had the 86 and I quite enjoyed it. Like I bought one bottle of it, opened it up with a friend of mine. We both loved it, so I just left it at his house, and then I just got my own.
Yeah, so, I mean, I feel like Old Forester, like once you get higher proof, and I don't know the mash bills on them. Old Forester versus, Jack Daniel's is a Brown Forman also, but it's funny how they're completely different. Distilled in different locations, different water, I'm sure different yeast and recipes. But both of those, I get freaking bananas.
Yeah.
Get like some more than the others, but you get this like banana note to the.
It seems for me, Jack Daniel's single barrel is bananas, but then Old Forester 86 is banana bread. And and I really enjoy that. So I'm quite interested and eager
It's a little
to
more-
try everything Old Forester whenever I can. So
I think the Old Forester, recipe is really good at 100. Like you get,
mhm.
I mean, I like the Jack Daniel's single barrel proofs. I like the barrel proof Jack Daniel's better than the
Very much so. The samples I've had, yeah.
better than the 94 proofs. But with the Old Forester, I'll tell you, like, and it's been different because I've gotten in the Old Forester 100 kick when I've been eating and drinking outside more. So I'm doing live wire outside on the patio, and I
Yeah.
like to just have a couple of bottles instead of all of these to choose from.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Grab
the Old
4 or 5.
Forester is like, if I'm just gonna have one, like that's what I go grab. Like I'll just go get a 100 proof. And Old Forester traditional mash bill is 72 corn, 18 rye, 10 malted barley. So there you go.
Awesome. Yeah, I seem to find out that I like wheaters. I like wheaters, like the Whalers Special Reserve, and I like rye, which is kind of interesting. Unless it's kind of like just that high spike and spicy kind, then maybe not so much. I guess I go more for the sweeter or herbal ryes, but
Oh yeah. Do you like the pickle rye?
I don't get that very often. Like I haven't had all that many ryes, but we have a great,
ever
we
had
have
the
a really
Willet green top, like the 4-year Willet ryes?
no.
Yeah, those that's what everybody says. It's like pickle juice as a rye. Like you get that heavy dill note to it.
Like we have here in Alberta, in
Ryes-
Edmonton, we have a local family-run craft distillery called Hanson, and they do ryes. I've got 2 bottles of theirs. I got a 3-year-old 50% or 100 proof rye, like 100% Alberta rye at 50%, and it's very good.
Mm.
The friend of mine got a 5-year, and that's even better.
I think
And then I got one where a friend of mine blended a special one where there was about 4 or 5 different styles of barrels that he put together, and it's at 60%, and it is quite flavorful.
Oh, wow. I like some of the Canadian ryes. Obviously, I like the Canadian rye from that Shane put out. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and then of course there was the whole thing with Alberta Premium Cask Strength.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
Really love
they're
that.
still putting those out. I think they just don't. I think because when they first came out, they were kind of. Hey, they won.
Testing the waters.
Yeah, they won an award, and so that certainly helped them.
Because no, like the standard 40% Alberta Premium, you get that. That's basically bottom shelf. You can find that everywhere. If stores only have 4 Canadian ryes, that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I think I don't like the non-rye Canadian whiskey on average.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I haven't had a lot, right? That's like saying I don't like Texas. I've only had what I've had. And it's
Yeah.
not that it was ever off-putting. In fact, if I remember correctly, it was kind of sweet compared to like a rye. It felt like very sweet. But man, the ryes that I've had that are Canadian rye, like I like Crown Royal. I don't like the flavor. Well, actually, I like peach.
Mm.
But like some of those special Crown Royals are pretty good if you get some of them.
Actually, I've only had the standard Crown Royal. That's it.
Oh, really?
It was okay.
They're kind of
I don't-
expensive now. Like I feel like everything's just getting expensive. I hate it.
Oh yeah.
That's
Very-
why I don't care about who wins president based on cost of living, because cost of living goes up in Europe, and that's not because Biden is president.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make
it's
sense.
probably tied to several different things.
Yeah, I think it's tied to more than just who gets elected president.
And like here in Alberta, our entire economy, or the vast majority of it, is based on oil prices, right, and oil production.
Oh yeah.
So, and then of course there's agriculture and beef, so grains and then meat.
I went
But-
to the Geo Triad trade show in Calgary one time, which is like the big oil trade show that happens in Calgary.
Mm-hmm. Well, that
You can get a
I heard that
hotel.
there's more headquarters in Calgary than almost anywhere else in North America, and it's
Oh, I
kind
bet.
of surprised.
I bet.
Or it's like Toronto or Calgary, where the most of the headquarters are in Canada.
I'll tell you, like, and you're not wrong. Like, I'm in my job, I cover commercial, which is like, I don't know what it is. It's like under $5 billion, revenue,
Hmm.
which is like most people, you'd be like, dude, that's a big, like, it's bigger than our company, right? But it's funny how many of these $5 billion or $4 billion companies are getting bought out by $8 billion Canadian companies.
Well, American companies getting bought out by Canadian.
Yeah, there's some Canadian companies like we have
Oh.
just locally here in the town that I live right next to is like a skincare company, and they've got like this huge campus here, and they were acquired by a company up in Canada. They still have their campus here, but
Yeah.
technically their parent company is up in Canada.
Yeah, like for us, Calgary is more of the blue collar or white collar office type headquarters, and then Edmonton is where it's the blue collar and refineries.
It's where the work
A lot.
gets done.
Yeah, there's a lot of oil field refineries in northern Edmonton. Where I live, there's a place called Joffrey, and all it is just a place where like I don't know how many people work there. It might be 1,000 or 2,000 in all these different smaller all these different companies, but it's all like making plastics from the oil and all that jazz
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, like I said, I don't know what's in my own backyard.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what we always used to say. This one company I was at, like there could be something going on the second floor of the building we're in, and we wouldn't know it.
Hmm.
It's just that's the way it is. Like,
And of course, where I grew up, it was an oil town. And my dad was a truck driver, so he drove a lot of flatbed 18-wheelers. But yeah, he spent his entire career basically with oil field related or
Yeah.
logging, or the last job he had before he got cancer and died was a propane truck. So I know it was
yeah, I could tell you, like in my neighborhood, like my neighbor across the street is like a manager for an oil company, an oil-based company. We have a huge, like everything in this county that I live in is based on oil, right? Like the oil,
okay.
because it's a like I live in Colorado. You have to understand Colorado a little bit. Alberta is probably like this the exact same way, right? Like half the state is the Rocky Mountains, right?
Well, for us, it's maybe 20%.
Yeah.
15,
And
20%.
that's probably like, as the bird flies going that way, probably is
In that regard, Colorado's probably more like BC, but
yeah, it's really crazy how like, because you're driving across the plains of Colorado and then you see the mountains, right? Like that's how the Rockies are different than any other part of any other place in the country.
In that regard, Alberta's a lot like Colorado because we have a lot of plains and foothills.
Yeah.
Grassland.
And so the east is like ranch land and the west is like the Rocky Mountains, although there's ranches in the mountains. But I live in one of the largest geographic counties in the country, right? Just the geography. Like it's so big because of the sheer size. We've had more tornadoes touch down in my county than Oklahoma, Arkansas,
really
any other county anywhere else in the country in the last 30 years, right? It doesn't destroy anything because there's no people there, right? It destroys a dairy, but it doesn't destroy anything else. And so we tend to have a lot of oil fields out east of where I live. That, and we have one of the largest like beef slaughterhouses, whatever you call it. JBL is the name of the company that has one of the big, they're not even an American company. They bought all of the, slaughterhouses here. But if the wind blows just right, my house stinks. Like there's slaughterhouses in this county.
Right.
But
I've always been quite fascinated with like Colorado and Wyoming and Montana and Idaho, I guess.
Yeah.
Places I'd love to visit. So,
Dude, I'll tell you, like where you live is like Colorado on steroids,
yeah.
right? In a good way,
Right.
not like you're gonna get cancer way, like a good way. Like I remember going to Calgary, and it's kind of flatter in Calgary, but then the mountains start, and
Yeah.
it just seems like because I think the altitude in Calgary is lower than Denver. At least that's the way it seemed to me because
Something to look up.
yeah, the peaks seemed so much higher in the Canadian Rockies than they did here, even though their actual elevation is very similar because we spend so much time going up in elevation, between our 6,000 feet or 5,280 feet in Denver to Pikes Peak, which is, well, I don't know, whatever it is, 14,000 feet or 16,000 feet. It's not that big of a difference, but it felt like you were at like 4,000 feet in Calgary to the 16,000 feet peaks. It was, it felt like there was less of that, like slowly getting to those peaks, and you just like everything seemed bigger up in the Canadian Rockies.
And if I'm correct, it seems like Denver is closer than Calgary is to the mountains, I think.
Probably, yeah, probably.
And
Denver's
isn't like at least a third, if not half, of Colorado is like the western part is just mountains?
Yep, the whole from basically from the edge of the western edge of Denver west
Yeah.
is all mountains.
And Denver's kind of in the middle of the state, right?
Denver's like right in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fascinating stuff. I've always loved geography. I love hearing about different places. So,
and it's
this
funny
is great.
because Wyoming, everybody thinks Wyoming is like this huge mountain state. Wyoming is the plains. It's like 15% of Wyoming is the Rocky Mountains. It just happens to be Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just that edge of Wyoming that is in the mountains, and they're beautiful mountains in Wyoming. But most of it is like, Nebraska. It's like wide open, shrubby plains.
Yeah.
And we're considered desert. I'm not sure if where you're at is considered desert. We're considered
Colorado?
Yep.
Huh.
We're considered the high desert. We don't get tons of rain or snow or anything like that.
No, like it's very dry here. Like you were talking about Calgary earlier. There's a distillery called Eau Claire that's in a place called Turner Valley, which is more southwest. But I was listening to the master distiller talk, and she was saying the angel share is just astronomical, like 10-12% a year.
Because it's so dry. It's crazy.
It's so dry. So when it evaporates, it's the water evaporating, not the ABV.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh, look who's here. It's game over.
So Hi, Marty.
Hey guys,
Been a while.
it is. I thought I'd come
Quite a
out and
while.
sit up and light a cigar and join you guys. I know it's
Good to
late.
see you again.
You too.
Yeah, I'm only going to go for another 15, 20 minutes anyway, Marty. So you're good.
No, I'll probably only last that long anyway. I'm gonna have to use the washroom at some point.
And your daughter is going to chew your ass for something.
Oh, she's got a decent amount on her.
Amazing. Dude, she was amazing. She's just like, you could tell like she knew we could hear her. It's
Well,
it was a little bit of a show for her. It was good.
I don't realize or know just how sarcastic I can be or I am. I think I'm way above average for the normal person, maybe, but she's definitely picked up my sarcasm.
Dude, all I know is, Frankie and I are like, we talk about holidays now. We talk about just like what is normally after school. And like those are the times you miss. Like they were the most frustrating times when we were trying to get Logan to do homework or, but like having like it's hard to believe. We've got like 3 times the house here that we had in San Diego when we had 4 kids. Right, 3 of which were in college at one point. Go
God.
Chiefs! And and now it's like it's just Frankie and I and Logan on occasion because
Eric.
he's 17 years old.
Hey, Marty.
And it's like you miss that. Like,
buddy.
how did you even survive in a?
How old is he?
He's 19. Logan's 19. Oh, cheers,
Hi, Eric.
What's up,
Hey.
Eric? I was wondering where you were.
I was at a bar for a little while
I can tell.
Right. where I think I've met my fifth wife.
Oh, Jesus, that's a good day, bud.
The problem is she's been in a relationship with a guy for 17 years, and so I got to figure out how to gently break that up.
Yeah. I'm not a home wrecker, but
They're
is
not
it really a
married.
home
It's
if
not
we
like
have
I
this
was-
connection.
Oh God, man, she is just so cool, and she's all tatted up. God,
Oh, dude, I love bleached hair and tats.
and she's
Is that
She-
weird?
she's only 12 years younger than me.
Fritzy.
She's only like in her 50s.
She's 47.
Oh, that's close.
I just killed
5 years older than me.
Hey,
killed this off.
oh, little book.
Yeah, this
Nice.
is
Title of my sex tape.
this is the road not taken, the path not taken.
Marty, is that your new crib?
Limousine.
Is it a condo, townhouse? You bought
No, it's
new
a house. It's a 4-bedroom house. It's more house than me and Hot Pants need. That's for damn sure.
No, you got to break in every room, Marty. We'll wait.
Shit.
Shouldn't take that long.
You ain't met her, have you?
Hey, how's
Does that mean
Jenny
you get-
doing, buddy? I haven't heard from you in years.
So, what'd you say?
How's Jenny doing?
She's good. She's doing good. She loves her new job, which it's not a new job. It's a new school. That's why we moved, to be closer to her school.
Dude, you know what? I've been using the wrong fucking microphone this whole time.
Croman. Dan.
Is
Do I
Prick
see-
one?
Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then fuck it. I just don't have to have this goddamn thing in my face anymore.
Hey, Mike, let me ask you something off key here. Streamlabs. Did you start having problems with Streamlabs? Because I did.
No, the only thing I had problem with is Z-Man griping about Streamlabs, so I did StreamYard.
Well, I would log in, and then when you go to the menu to go to video or live or whatever, it made me re-log in. But when I logged in the second time, it wouldn't log in with the Premiere or the Premium. It wouldn't
Oh.
save anything I did. I don't know. I did the app and everything. I was like, screw it. I'm just StreamYarding it. I can't. I was posting links, and then about 30 minutes before I went live, I couldn't get it to work. And I'm like, shit.
Josh, I don't create my own drama. What
Sorry.
would make you say such a horrible thing?
Cheers, Dan. Hope you're doing well, buddy. And egg roll. Dude, can I just say how happy I am that Aaron Rodgers is losing tonight?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, NC State wrestles. Oh, wait a minute. They blocked it. They just blocked a damn field goal.
Who did?
Pittsburgh is 23-15 in their ball. 2:30
Oh,
left in the third.
God, I freaking hate. Oh shit, I hate this guy too. He's too nice, too considerate.
Yeah, Josh, that one didn't work out.
Can you hear it? Whack?
The mic is working on the earphones.
It's wackadoodle.
Dude, that's really
working,
my
Jeff.
microphone's not working. I don't know
What's
why.
up, Jeffrey? What's up? What's up?
Say something, Jeff.
Hello again, my whiskey friend.
Well, it's not even picking up my mic.
Dude, you're muted. You're muted, Jeff.
That's all.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Yep,
there you go.
you're good.
There you go.
Oh, now I lost audio.
No,
No.
right? Oh, you can't
maybe.
hear us.
That's fine. He don't need to hear us.
Yeah, we're really not as good sounding as you think.
Oh, we're charming as hell. You guys bite your tongue. If more people knew about
Hey
us,
guys,
you'd
well,
be
I
an
gotta
even
grab it.
bigger deal.
I'm just gonna mute. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if more people knew about us, you'd be an even bigger deal, Stall. I bet you'd be closer to 200 followers.
Can you hear us, Whack? Whack can't hear.
All right,
God.
I can hear you now.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
Whack.
Hey, everybody. I think my headphones might be dead.
Hey,
Hey.
everybody.
How's the audio sound if my headphones aren't working?
You sound great.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, for the record, I've been thinking I'm using my, Rode, whatever it's called, Caster Duo, and my XLR microphone this whole time, and I'm just using my MacBook Pro.
There you go. It's probably doing just a good enough job, right?
Nobody said a word. Okay, here we go. You ready? Now I could go to. I just had to reset the Rodecaster. Boom. Do I sound better now?
Oh man.
Do I
Your
sound
voice
better or
sounds-
worse? If I sound worse right now, I spent like $600 on audio for no fucking reason.
Yeah. Your voice got deeper and sexier.
Oh. I don't even know what I just hit. Oh, rim shot. There you go. Did you hear the rim shot? Because I can't hear it unless I have headphones on.
I heard it. I heard it.
I heard it.
We all heard it.
So what's your take on Canadian whiskey, Jeff?
I've gotten to enjoy some of the older Canadian whiskeys here, the last 2 years. They always do better with the finish. The best one that I had was double oaked versus being wine cast or anything. But in general, I don't think they're typically worth the price.
I love Alberta Premium.
Alberta Premium, yes. That
is
one
That is
That
one of
one
my
I'll take
favorite
for
ryes in the world.
60, 70. Yeah.
It's
I agree with that.
It's great. It's great for its price point. It's got some really amazing.
How much is it
flavors.
now? 90?
No, I think I paid 58 for
Oh, really?
Yeah, about 60 in Ohio, maybe 65.
I think here it's maybe 80 Canadian.
That's
$27. That's like
Yeah, it's not $27 here.
yeah, that's $27 US, Ben.
Yeah, that,
Jeff, where are you at? You're in a northern state, aren't you?
Ohio.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yep, basically.
You can
Canada.
probably get some other Canadian whiskey that other people can't. Maybe.
And the I did get a sample of the Obtainium that had a heavy Canadian amount in it. It may have been all Canadian. I don't remember. I just know it was good.
What are you drinking, Whack?
Nothing yet. I figured I could have one pour with you guys. I just got done with the fantasy basketball draft.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
Basketball.
What are
Where's
your
football
options,
season
Whack?
about-
I guarantee I don't have anything you have, but I have
Football-
something generic like what you have.
Football season's not even over yet. But you're in Ohio, so for professional football, your season's over already. Cincinnati and Cleveland both. Those are over.
Yeah, Watson.
Cincinnati's
Oh.
bouncing back. They always start slow.
They beat Cleveland today. That's not bouncing back. That's picking on weak people.
Dude, I saw a meme that showed Burrows walking in with like his tips all bleached, and it was like 3 weeks in, and I forget exactly what. Hold on, I'll get it. Do you know the one I'm talking about, Whack?
I didn't see the meme, but I know the hair.
I just remember when Burrow's parents went to France and left him behind. He and them and all his siblings went to France, and he got left behind in the house all by himself.
Yeah.
He,
Home Alone style, little Macaulay
yes,
Culkin.
he looks just like Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, there it is. Okay, here it is. Ready? Let me see if I can make this like bigger.
That's what she
Okay.
said.
Yeah, title of my sex tape. Okay.
Try harder.
Okay, hold on. When Chrome tab. Here we go. Oh, you can't hear it. Anyway, it says he's walking in and it says Joe Burrow is now 0-3 since turning into a lesbian.
Mhm.
He does kind of look like Ellen, doesn't he?
Got the Ellen thing going on.
I'm just telling you right now, he looks exactly like Frankie's friend who came to visit a few weeks ago, who is lesbian.
Not exactly like.
Not exactly like, but the same hair, roughly.
Yeah.
Hers was a little more spiky, I'm not going to lie, but
Josh Fritz, I don't think Detroit all the way, but I'm so happy they beat the Vikings today because now there is only one undefeated team in the NFL, and we all know.
Middle West. Is that MGP?
No, this comes out of Ohio.
Oh, it does. Oh, I've
Good.
seen that. Actually, I think I got one of those, like a pumpernickel rye.
Is that
Yeah.
good? Because my local place
Yeah.
carries it.
I got that for Vic, but I didn't get it for me, so I don't have that. So I'll find something that's a rye.
Is it good?
Right. Oh yeah, they're real good.
Okay, so I'm not drinking a rye per se, but there's only one bourbon in this bottle of the Path Not Taken. Everything else is rye. So
Yeah.
I got rye. I got a rye too,
All
and
right.
I love this. This is probably one of the best little books I've ever had. Although I've heard the Infinity is really good.
I heard that. I haven't tried it yet.
I'm gonna do.
And they're supposedly going to release a new one of the Infinity every year too. They're just going to add to those Solara casks and just keep releasing it,
And
which
just
I
keep
think is
going.
cool. I think that's a great idea.
All right, I'm gonna do Mash and Journey rye.
Okay.
And then
With
after
the
that,
B-
I have,
BBN
of course,
cask.
I have this rye, which is always a good rye.
That doesn't look like a rye. If it. Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Is it
it's a
green
good
at the
one.
bottom? Yeah, it's green.
Yeah, it's green at the bottom.
It's definitely a bottle I want to get.
Hey, Whack, we need to talk to somebody about getting aged in ore glasses etched and see if we like get all the channels together to do it if we get a deal.
Oh, try to get a bulk offer somehow.
Yeah, like I realize it's
different
different setups, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe if we all go together and buy like 50 of them, I mean, I'm just making up numbers.
Hey, you can see.
I like
Always.
big bottom glasses, man. I'm like turning into the big bottom guy.
Me too. Oh wait, you're talking about glasses.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
not
like-
turning it.
I
I'm
like
not turning
bleach
in
blonde
any.
hair, excessive tattoos, and big bottoms.
Fat bottom girls make the rockin' world go round, baby.
Frankie's got like 8 tattoos, so it's okay to say that.
Yeah, the one woman that I go out with sometimes, though, you saw her stall, she's got tons of tattoos. And my fourth wife had tons of I love tatted women. I love them.
Dude, Frankie got my name tattooed on her, and we didn't get a divorce. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Knock wood.
Yeah.
No, so when Frankie got, when she was, before she had her stroke and stuff, she got my name tattooed on her ring, like where her ring goes.
Uh-huh.
And so I thought, I'm like, that's so stupid. Like at the same time, she got her nose pierced. And I told her before she got her nose pierced, she's like, don't you think that's so cute? I'm like, no.
No? You don't
No.
say that to your wife?
No, I'm like, it's not cute. So she gets her nose pierced and she's like, see, it's so cute, right? I'm like, no. But anyway, she gets her, she gets my name tattooed on where her ring goes on her hand. And I was like, I don't know why you did that. That's so ridiculous. And then she was in the hospital, right? And she's intubated, all that stuff when she had her, stroke. And I walk in and I'm like, I'm her husband. And the nurse goes, oh, you must be Mike. And I'm like, they just moved her. Like, how do you know? And the nurse goes, I looked at her ring finger. It had your name on her finger, unless that's some other dude. And I was like, no, that's me. It's good.
Cool.
And I was like, okay, now I kind of like that. But I was always afraid of putting her name on my finger because
See, I
her
just
name's
got
Frankie.
matching ring fingers.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that was
thinking of something
stupid.
else. But if I put Frank on hers, like Frankie, what if
Yeah,
they got
Don't
Yeah,
do Frank.
Yeah,
Don't
what
do
if they
Frank,
got
no.
like what if something happened and all of a sudden the tattoo gun died and he only got done with Frank and then
He'd have
I
another.
get accused of something I didn't do and go to prison.
He would have another tattoo machine. Don't call them guns. They're not guns. I don't know why people got to that. They're tattoo machines. Tattoo artists don't like them to be called guns. But I did that too. I did this because my third wife wanted to do it, and you cannot tell a woman you love, no, I think that's a stupid idea. When she thinks that this ring
A
is an
tattoo is
expression of her love.
permanent, dude. Like you got to be straight with them on that shit.
Yeah, I should have told her, look, this is a marriage. We're not going to be together forever.
You heard that like BB King got a B tattooed on each ass cheek and he showed his wife and she's like, who's Bob?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, wait.
Boom.
There we go.
That's
Sorry.
good. That's good. Who's Bob? And why's the O capitalized?
Yeah. That was pretty good. Dude, this Sagamore is pretty good, man. I like this thing. It's very different, isn't it?
Which Sagamore
Yeah.
is it?
That's a good one.
This is the Mash. Ooh, this is the Mash and Journey pick. The
Oh,
Vino Day.
Yeah.
That might be the next rye I want to get.
Orange.
Sagamore.
Actually, an orange cask.
on 21090. I won a bottle of the port
Oh,
finished cask strength, and I love that.
How do you say that, Eric?
Vino de naranja cask finish. It's
Mhm.
orange. It's the orange.
That's it. You live in Mexico. You know those answers.
I live in New Mexico.
Oh,
Nuevo
yeah.
Mexico.
Sorry.
Pendejo. That means good
Whack.
friend. Pendejo
Whack, I
means
haven't
good
seen you
friend.
forever.
I know. It's been a few weeks, man.
Dude, I want you and frickin' Darrell to battle on Livewire.
Oh,
And Kelsey.
bring Kelsey in.
Oh, I want all three of you to
Three of
battle.
us
and
haven't battled head to head in a while.
Yeah, we'll see who is the Livewire champion of Hello Again Whiskey Friends on Livewire.
Got to get that bracket going again.
Dude, I got to get it going. It's like this year has been so insane for me. I couldn't do it, but I'm going to. I have it already. I got a label maker. So I can put like the logo, but yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Frankie has me motivated to start doing more stuff for the channel because she wanted to do the Edgy Outdoor channel. I don't know if you were here earlier. She's super excited about her we just posted a video on our Edgy Outdoor channel. It's like her first video ever, and she's walking around. It's so corny, but I just love how much it means to her. And so it's like,
what's your edgy outdoor channel called?
Edgy Outdoors. Burton will post a link to it again. He'll post a link.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, there it goes. Thanks, Burton. Yeah, it was so cute because she's like, "Come on, campers!" I felt like it was like a video that was put out by the National Forest Service to say that if you're disabled, you can go on this trail. But it was like, and then I like showed her after I like put all the little videos together and put some music on it, and her audio was on it and stuff like that. And to watch her watch it, she's like, "Oh my God, I did so good." And I was like, "You did. It was really great."
I almost didn't subscribe because it's got that stupid 4-door Jeep on it, but I did.
Eric, you missed it, dude.
What did I miss?
The Jeep's gone.
It is. What happened to it?
I traded the Jeep in and I bought a 2024 Ford Tremor.
What's a Tremor?
It's an F-150 off-road package truck.
Cool. Which engine does it have in it?
It has the 3.5 twin turbo.
Dude, I am so impressed. Ford's 6-cylinders out-tow most other trucks' 8-cylinder engines.
It has the highest towing capacity. It matches. It's 20 horsepower less. So GM has the 6.2 liter V8. They also have a 5.3, but the 6.2, which requires premium unleaded for the record.
Right.
That does 420 horse. The 3.5
6
Ford, 3.5 6-cylinder is 400 horsepower,
and it's geared better.
and it has more torque.
Yeah, because it's geared better. Because Ford gears them better. I'm so tired of people saying "found on road dead" and all of that. The Ford makes the best trucks in the world.
Yeah, well, it is the number one selling for F-150 is the number one selling vehicle
Right.
in the U.S. In the world. Yeah.
Yes, vehicle. Because they're good. I have a 2005 Expedition, and it's just now started to act up, and it's got 312,000 miles on it.
So I was gonna buy this. I'll show you. I was gonna buy this, but Logan told me not to. Just kidding. He wanted me to buy it. I'll show you. Where is it?
Dude, they have a Bronco that has the what's the ultra high performance Ford?
Okay, so I almost bought this guy.
That one?
Is that a must? No, what's that? Is that
Yeah,
a
that's the
Mustang?
Mustang GT. But Logan was like, "No, you don't want a race car." Just kidding, Shelby. Burton. I wasn't gonna buy it. That's when I win Powerball. That's what I'm gonna buy. So I bought this guy.
Yeah.
So it's got a 2-inch lift. It's got the best approach and departure angle, and it's in the half tons. 12,000 pound towing capacity. Because this was the problem that we had with what we were doing with the Jeep. Not to go off on a
tangent,
but the problem we had with the Jeep is we love to camp, but Frankie doesn't want to tent camp. So we own a camper, right? We've got like a 26-foot camper with a slide and all that, which we tow with the truck. But like, it's hard to go camping when you can't go off-roading when you're towing the campers. And Frankie doesn't drive. She's blind, legally blind, so she can't drive. Yep, it's the Avalanche color. Yeah, I love it. And so we got the like upgraded package on the Tremor. It's like the 402, which has like the leather heated and cooled seats. It's got a double moonroof, so it goes to the back of the truck all the way. Yeah, heated, it's got heated rear seats. So when we come back from the Wyoming game, Adriano will have a nice warm bum after a while. It's like it's the premium package for the Tremor. It's basically, think of a Raptor, whereas the Tremor is designed more for like slow off-roading, where the Raptor is designed more for like Baja.
Yeah.
So
although the Raptor's not good in deep sand. We have a lake near here, and there's a beach called 5-ton beach, and they call it that because the only vehicles that can go on 5-ton beach are 5-ton Army trucks, 2.5s, things like that.
I'm muted.
But that Raptor, I still
You're not muted. We hear you.
And there's now a Raptor, kind of a Raptor package for the Bronco, although it's only, I think, in 4-door, which is dumb again.
Dude, and they're like going for like 20 grand over sticker right now.
Right. But I know that they're good for families and stuff, and they want families to be able to have off-road vehicles, but families really don't deserve off-road vehicles. Raise your kids, then get an off-road vehicle.
Dude, yeah, the Raptor has an engine that's like the Ford. It's not the 3.5. It's not the 5.0 V8 that Ford does. It's like the 6.2 or 6.7 engine.
And it's
yeah, the MSRP on it is like 120K.
That's crazy.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's so cool, but I would never get it.
After I drive it, I better need a cigarette.
The Tremor F250 is fucking 600 horsepower. It's crazy.
Got Marty.
Hey, Jeff, what Honda do you drive? Just kidding. Just kidding.
If he drives it, he's a burn of dirt.
Yeah.
No, Jeffrey drives a Suburban.
I drive a 2010 Volvo XC90. The freaking air doesn't even blow anymore.
You're supposed to say my wife drives a minivan, Jeff.
I love that Toyota, man.
They're boxy but good.
Yeah, that's Sienna.
Yeah, I got a Kia Sedona. So
Sienna, it never loses value.
Oh,
dude, you do a road trip. I don't care if it's just you and your wife. You have a minivan, it's comfort.
Yeah,
it's comfort.
Yeah,
I've never done that. It is,
dude. I'm telling you, the Tremor, Jeffrey. When you come to Colorado to visit me someday, you're gonna be like, this is like a minivan, but with a back.
But with a lot of capacity to carry things.
I will say, like, there is way more room in the F-150 Super Cab or whatever it's called than was in my 4-door Jeep.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just for sitting, like just for people sitting, like the F-150s and Chevy and all the major trucks that have the Super Cabs, like there is a ton of room to sit.
Yeah.
I almost bought a Chevy Trail Boss. And then right as I got done test driving the Trail Boss, the Ford guy finally got back to me and said the Tremor's available. And I'm like, I'll be there. I'm on my way. I just got done test driving a Chevy, so make sure the price is right.
So, did you get a good trade in on your 4-door crazy ass Jeep?
No, dude, I'll tell you, like that was probably the most disappointing thing. And I knew it, like 5 months ago, I almost traded in the Jeep.
Uh
So I traded in the truck and the Jeep because it's the only way I could afford the Tremor, right? Like,
huh.
it's so expensive, right? Like it's $82,000. You got to trade in both.
Jesus.
Yeah. And the
You're-
truck
you're-
was paid off, the Jeep wasn't. And I'm like, I need the down payment from the truck, and there's no sense to have two F-150s anyway. And I don't want 2 car payments because Frankie doesn't drive or work. And so I traded in both. But yeah, it was very disappointing when I consider how much I put down on the Jeep 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago.
Yep.
And that's not even counting all the additions like the lift and the rims and the bumpers and the winches and all that stuff you add to a Jeep that amount to zero when trade-in value comes in.
You sold your Jeep with another woman?
Yeah.
You said winches.
It's funny. I told Frankie today, we were going to the store this morning and I was like, good news is I still have a winch for the front seat.
Did she hit you?
Yeah.
Good. Good for her.
Yeah. Josh, that's smart, dude. Like in the end, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't bought. I don't ever buy new cars.
Yeah.
I have an Expedition that has a 3rd row seat. It's a 7-passenger Expedition, so I can take people to the strip bar. Lots of people.
Yeah. I've never said I've nenever claimed to be good with money. And I need a coach like Jeff to tell me, like, did you really need that? But-
Me,
I should not be your
wanted
financial advisor.
I am the
Yeah, I've
worst.
seen your whiskey collection, Jeff. I think I agree.
Yeah,
Every now and then, Dana looks at the whiskey collections like, could we have remodeled the kitchen?
Yeah.
We
No,
didn't
baby,
have that
no.
much whiskey,
no,
and
no,
it's
there's
like,
no way. That's
No,
Yeah.
no, the whiskey collection does not hold its value.
yeah, especially because you drink it.
Yeah. Like what I paid for this whiskey collection is gone.
Yeah.
Consider it gone, Dana.
everyone's got to have a hobby.
Yeah, that's right. I've got 4, but whatever.
Mine's alcoholism.
I know. It's like we bought the truck and I told Frankie yesterday, I'm like, does this mean I don't get the new table saw?
and that's actually not true. None of us are alcoholics because none of us are quitters.
I'm definitely not.
Yeah. I would say once you have 2 Shelbys, Burton, you're done, buddy.
Almighty.
Dude, I'll tell you, that Mustang was nice. If I didn't live where it snows,
Yeah, it'd be worth having.
I would consider it. I mean, I would consider it anyway. Like once this truck's paid off, I'd be like, I wouldn't mind a fast car.
Yeah. Shelby, you have 2 Shelby Mustangs. I had one once upon a time and I rolled it. I wrecked it. And it was a 69. So
Didn't
I
see
really
that coming.
I have a huge commission check coming in 1st of December. And part of me, like my son he has this dream of rebuilding a car with me,
Uh-huh.
which he would be the one doing it because I don't know how to do anything with cars other than change the oil, right? Like I can.
YouTube. You can learn.
Yeah,
to
no,
rebuild
I
a car
get that.
from
I
the
get that.
frame.
But like I went out and started looking, and like you can get some Corvettes, not like the great years, like the Stingrays or, whatever, but kind of some of the less desirable Corvettes that would still work for me and would make him extremely happy just to do it with me. And I'm like, dude, I could get that for like $8,000. We put 10 grand in it. We could do that. That would be fun. Like I could see that being a fun project to have like a Corvette like that, where it's one of those off-brand years. You know what I mean? Like not the year everybody's desiring that. Like, what was the detective that had a Stingray that was like the super popular one? Anyway.
Major Gadget. What was his name?
Yeah. It's
Are we
like,
talking about, the guy from Baywatch?
is that who it was? I can't remember. I remember there was like a private detective show in like the 90s or 80s that was like, he drove a Stingray Corvette.
Did the car talk?
No.
That was Knight Rider, dude.
That's what I'm
Knight
thinking of.
Rider. That was a Trans Am.
That was a Trans Am. Although
Okay.
a Trans Am, like they're coming back with the Trans Am. Have you heard this?
No.
Yeah, they're coming. Like,
Are they
They're
going to make it
really?
look like the old Trans Am?
I don't know, because
Like they do?
Pontiac's gone.
Like they did with Camaros?
Like, there's no such thing as a Pontiac.
I know. There's no Pontiac. Is there Buick still? There's no Buick, is there?
Yeah, oh,
there's
yeah.
Buick.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
Buick. Yeah, Buick.
Oh, okay.
But like, it's got to be something GM specific. I just don't know how the Trans Am. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Dude, that was I want a 68 a Firebird. I want a 68 Firebird. That's what I really want.
Yeah.
If I could find a 68 Firebird, I would get that car because they're so cool looking.
Dude, the Firebirds were so cool. When
were
they had
so-
the fucking eagle on it or whatever it was.
Yeah, and then you could get they put the eagles on those for years. I mean, not just Smokey and the Bandit, but way prior to that.
Oh man. Okay, we got James Morgan trying to figure out what British car would be cool to talk about right now. Just kidding.
Aston
Mini
Martin
Cooper.
DB5. Aston Martin
Mini
DB5.
Cooper.
I'll tell you, freaking Donald Rance would know. Oh, you had a K5 Blazer, easy to work on, 350 V8.
Yep. Great car, great off-road vehicle.
So
Great.
my first car ever was a 1973 Chevy Impala.
Oh,
It was a boat. That thing
Yeah.
was so big. This is not like your 1957 Impala or whatever it was that Ice Cube loved. This was like,
that's a
What-
6'4". Driving
Yeah,
down the
this-
road in my 6'4".
oh, a 64. Yeah, okay. I
Hey,
knew it was
Mike,
something.
did
With
it have did it have the thing in the floorboard for your bright lights?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah.
hey, did you know they almost made every car go back to the floor bright lights?
I would love
Really?
it.
Because
I love it.
yeah, it's true story because they started having problems when they transferred to where your bright lights were on the turn signal or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Lawns were getting their ankles stuck in the steering wheel.
Oh God. He's been here all night, folks.
Yeah.
He's
Never
on a roll
ends.
tonight, actually.
So-
Never ends.
Yeah,
No, so in the 73, it had wheel skirts,
Yeah.
right? So it was a 2-door hardtop that I had on it, but it had like the soft hardtop in the back, and like the back seat was a couch, if you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
there-
when
you
I
can
had
make-
that when I was 16 for
You
the
can make a
record.
baby in that bad boy.
First handy I ever got was in the friggin' 73 Impala.
So
the Braves play.
when my grandmother died, she died in 1996. She had a 72 Impala that in 1996 had 32,000 miles on it.
Dude,
original.
I will say, like, it was not a good looking car by any stretch. If you've ever seen a friggin' 73 Impala,
I like them.
yeah, like my best friend in high school had a 73 Impala. His was a 4-door, so mine was sportier.
Oh yeah, that 2-door was just a sports magnet.
Yeah, this was my car, only mine was white. Holy shit, what the hell's going on here? Hold on, Z-Man.
Cheers.
That's a 73 Impala.
Yeah, my grandmother had a 72. They look almost exactly
So
alike.
mine
They
had,
call that a lead sled.
yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
mine had wheel skirts. So the back wheel over here had like this thing that went down to cover the top quarter of it.
Uh-huh.
And mine was completely white, but you can see the top. That's why they call it. This is the 4-door version, so it's not nearly as sporty as mine was. That's the 2-door.
Imagine
That
if you had
actually
to
looks-
put gas in that damn thing now.
Dude, I got 8 miles to the gallon in that
Yeah.
fucking car.
Who cares? It was pimpalicious.
Dude, but you like when you're driving that car, like you're just doing this. Like you don't feel a
Man.
bump. It's just like this. Everything creaked.
Hi, Z-Man.
Everything creaked.
Hey, Z-Man.
What's up, brothers?
Yeah.
I thought you went to bed, Z-Man. Did you get a little action, buddy? Is that what you were trying to tell us?
Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
He did.
Z-Man.
He did.
That's a yes if I ever heard it.
Yes, I've ever heard one.
And she went home. Way to be,
No,
Z-Man.
no.
No,
I'm
she
just kidding. I respect your girl, buddy. I'm just
could
kidding.
walk out right now if she wanted to.
Just make sure she covers up because we don't want Livewire to get demonetized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
because
done
Livewire makes
demonetization since
tons of
fucking
money.
started.
Oh,
You know the
Joe, the
car-
sample
you know-
guy, said he had a 1972 convertible.
Ooh.
Dude,
Yeah.
so I parked my Impala next to a full-size extended cab, extended bed truck,
And it was bigger.
and it was bigger. We called her Bertha. Like to this day, anybody in the family, like, do you remember Big Bertha? It was the white Impala.
My grandmother's 72 had a small block 400 in it. And when she died, she left it to my uncle who lived in Seattle. So you know that when he took it to Seattle, it just rusted away into nothing. And
Dude,
I told her I'd pay for it. I said, you can give him the money. It'll be better for him anyway. I'll buy the car from you so I can have the I wanted that small block 400. Man, that engine was so powerful that when my grandmother was too old to drive but still did, she scared the shit out of me. She
Oh.
was like 0 to 100 between red lights.
Oh, and the reason I brought up Bertha was because it had the big 350 engine in it.
Yeah.
And I sold it to a guy that needed parts for his race car,
That'll do.
which kind of hurts me now. I wish I had that old car because I lost my virginity in the backseat of that thing.
You know the Pontiac that was at Smokey and Bennett with the bird on it? You just said it was
Yeah.
neutral.
Yeah,
They refer to that as a screaming chicken.
Yeah, it's a screaming chicken.
Yeah.
dude, that thing is so fucking cool. Have you seen that thing?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, I love that thing.
The 76 that's in Smoking the Bandit had the 6.6 liter engine in it. That
Yeah.
car hauled serious ass. That was an
Yeah.
amazing car.
So
That's a
I
collector car
assume
now.
that GMC is reviving the Pontiac instead of Chevy,
Oh.
since
It's still GM.
because Pontiac is gone, but it was a GM automaker. But Chevy discontinued the Camaro,
So I wish they'd
and
make
this looks brand fucking new, dude. Like it looks.
I wish they'd make a GTO again.
Oh my God. Yeah. I had a buddy of mine that had a car like that. And
Pontiac is my
he got in a
first
wreck and
Oh.
damaged it.
Nothing like that.
You could actually, for several years, it was possible to buy the front fascia for that and put it on your Camaro. You could make a Camaro look like that.
Do you remember these Trans Ams, Jeffrey Wack, or is that before you?
No, I remember them. I used to collect the Hot Wheels that looked just like that.
Oh yeah, those
Yeah.
were sick. God, Hot Wheels were cool.
Hot Wheels are still cool.
I know. I wish it was like socially acceptable to play with Hot Wheels still at our age, but
It is. I play with.
It is.
I've got one with the side by side the one with the wheels that push the cars. I love my Hot Wheels. I'm 50 something years old, and
Franchi, do you really like the Gremlin?
dude, do you
I
know?
will
that they-
say Straight Six is a sick fucking engine for the
do
record.
you know that they made
I-
a Gremlin with a V8. You could get a Gremlin that had a V8 in it. It was terrifying.
I built a 327 72 Gremlin, 327 cubic inch Gremlin.
That's
And I had a-
terrifying.
I had a
That-
671 dryer blower on that thing.
Oh my!
And
You had a
it made
6 to 71 wind blower on it.
yes.
Oh my
It,
god!
it flew down the fucking drive strip. And
Can
it
you
was like-
imagine a 200 horsepower car right now? Like, I'm pretty sure the Ford Focus,
Yeah.
like minimal configured one, has 200 horsepower.
Well, and I got 8 miles to the gallon like you did, Mike, on that car, and it did 9-second quarter
Get
mile.
this. I remember in high school stopping every single day to put like $5 in the gas tank.
Right. Just so you can get home and back.
Yep. It was like
Yeah.
I don't know why I felt like I was saving money, but I would only put like $5 in.
Yeah.
You build a car and you put a blower sticking out of the hood, and people look at you like, "What the fuck?"
Marty
is that
knows what I'm talking about. He used to do the $5 a day.
Dude,
Hey, $5 for the half a tank of gas.
I had a
It was also
friend.
99 cents a gallon back then.
I had a friend who had a mid 70s Cadillac Seville. You guys remember those? They were short. They had 2 doors, and he put a 329 in that with a blower. That car hauled ass, and the blower stuck up out of the hood. It was hilarious to see a Cadillac with a blower on it.
Frankie's a 55-year-old blower. Anyway,
Oh,
Dude,
stop. Stop.
dude.
Stop.
she
Did you
sleeps
really just
and
say
she does
that?
not rewatch Livewire. The what is the car that Ben has? Ben has a sweet freaking car. Have you seen his car?
Subaru.
No, not that. I mean, that one's not the sweet car. He's got a God, I can't remember what his car is now. It's the Chevy.
Caprice?
No, it's a cool car.
Caprice isn't a bad car.
Dan's
Camaro?
got a cool car.
No, I don't know if he still has it or if it's just like the family car. What's like the
I don't know if it's in response, but David says Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Monte Carlo. There you go, David.
Is it an SS?
Yeah, it's his. I don't know if it's his or his family has a Monte Carlo
Is it the
SS.
80s? Is it the 80s Monte Carlo SS?
Dude, like when you look at this car, you're like, it can't. I think it's got to be just like a family car because I don't know what he would do with it otherwise because he doesn't drive it. He drives a Subaru and like he doesn't have a garage or anything to put it in unless he pays for one. But yeah, he's got a Monte Carlo and he's shown pictures of it, and you're like, dude, that is one awesome fucking ride. So I think it's got to be like a family car, like maybe it was, passed down to him and his siblings or something like that. But dude, that thing is sick.
I love the Monte Carlo SS, the 80s version of it. Just such a cool looking car. It's got that short back window, and that's such a cool car. I
Yeah.
also like 76 Monte Carlos with hydraulics and little 13-inch rims because I'm from New Mexico, and that's how we roll, yo.
Yeah, you got curb feelers on it.
Curb feelers, exactly, and short, real tiny chain steering wheels so you can drive with the handcuffs on. And
Oh yeah.
Rider.
Oh,
Get a
no.
little
I'm just
lower.
saying, I feel like I need a Mustang GT in my life at some point. So I send Ben Larson a picture of the Tremor. So Ben Larson's been on Livewire a few times, and he's in chat quite a bit. Longtime patron of Livewire, and I send him a picture of the Tremor to him, Zach Pettit, and Jake, and he goes, "Interesting that you did this." He goes, "Wednesday I did a thing," and he just bought a brand new goddamn Corvette.
Oh shit.
The mid-engine Corvette.
Dude, I mean, I don't know what year it is, but it looked brand new. I mean, it looked like.
That's my dream car. I want the mid-engine Corvette.
Which I'm not huge on like this year's model Corvette. I like the 2018s are like the best body style. Now they kind of look, but this one
they look like supercars.
Yeah, they look like supercars.
Then they are supercars. That car will outrun a Ferrari F40 with the right driver. That car's a bad MFer.
Yeah, I think you gotta order those now. You can't.
Yeah, I want that car so bad. If I win the lottery, you guys are gonna read about my death in a Corvette.
So if he asks, I didn't show everybody. Let's see.
I love that mid-engine Corvette. And Chevy actually has a driving school. So if you pay a little extra, they'll teach you how to drive that car so you don't ass over tea kettle on it. Yep. Oh my God. That car is so sexy.
And so he has a Ford Raptor, and I'm like, "Did you trade in the Raptor?" And he's like, "Oh no.
No.
I need a daily driver."
Oh
I'm like,
my
"You
God.
son of a bitch."
I need $120,000 daily driver.
I'm like, "You son of a bitch." Yeah.
Well, fellas, good hanging out with you. I'm actually run out of fire here. It's getting kind of
all right. Is it
Hey,
cold in Ohio?
Jeffrey, thanks for hanging out, buddy. I appreciate you, man.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. Good hanging out with you guys.
Good
Cheers,
night.
Jeff.
I'm gonna shut down the stream now also. So anybody that wants to hang out and back, you can jump in. We'll probably be here for another half hour or so. Thank you to all the patrons that are still here. I love you guys, and we will see you guys next week. And for the Halloween version of Livewire, which means nothing.
I can dress up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna dress up, as a fat guy.
I could do it. I'll be a middle-aged white guy.
Oh, your costume looks good, Mike.
Yeah, I've already dressed up this week, so we're good. So anyway, cheers, y'all. The link will be there for a little bit if you guys want to jump in the back. If you don't want to be on camera, you just leave your camera off, and we will see you guys next week. Cheers, guys. See you.
Cheers.
Hey, everybody.
And we're still live. We're still live. We're
That's all right.
still